Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Welcome back to the most mediocre podcast within a 3-mile radius. We got Dom here, the guy.
What's up?
One good wrist, Dom.
One good wrist. And this is
What
my
happened?
golf hand.
Oh, shit.
I've been going righty like I'm in fucking middle school.
Wow. Are you okay? You're lefty?
No, I am right-handed.
Oh, but you with left.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, wow. That is
I made
interesting.
that-
well,
there's-
it's too much. I feel like it's too much control.
Okay,
I feel like
wait.
I'm a grown man's
Too
jerking
good
me
at
off,
it?
and I don't like that.
So everything else is right-handed right with your right hand, and then
Yeah.
you jerk off with your left hand because it's less dominant.
Yes.
It makes you feel less gay.
I like, yeah. Well, no, it's just as gay. It's
the porn you're watching. It's
Yeah.
it's just as gay no matter what.
yeah. When you're watching porn, it's just as gay. But
Amen, brother.
no, it's just I don't know. It's like I feel like I know what I'm doing too much with my right. It's like, and it's
It's
too
unfair.
manual because I'm like, this is the hand I do everything with. I'm focusing too much. I don't know.
I can
I
dig
like
it.
it.
I
What'd you do?
switched
Fell on
one
like
day.
rollerblades or what, dude? What happened?
Ice skating. No, yeah, it does suck being a grown man in a cast because
No matter what.
at this point it's like I might as well just go full into it and like start having people sign it and shit.
yeah, like white Sharpie.
But I'm friends with all comedians, so it would just be dicks and like Nazi jokes
Yeah.
if I did that.
Best case
Um,
scenario, honestly, if you're getting something signed.
Cum
just
shows
dicks
up
and
really nice on it.
swastikas.
Yeah, that's true. Trust me, I know. But
Did
no,
you make
I-
up a cool
it's a
story?
car accident.
Oh,
So it
wow.
was already a rough thing.
Yeah,
It sucked.
yeah. And now you just get made fun of for it. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, I'm already
Well, no,
hurt.
really, just you. Actually,
You're like,
I've
actually, most
actually
people are
gotten
pretty
pretty.
empathetic.
Yeah, people have been pretty sympathetic, and then I came here, and the first thing you said to me was, "What are you, 15? You have a cast?"
It was kind of quick, the first thing I said. I heard you were cool, you know. I heard from good people that you were cool, you know. Obviously, you know, comedy legend Mo Noor, you know.
Oh yeah, who's the man?
6'5" Mo Noor, you know, ladies man. He's,
I don't know how you fit in this studio,
dude, he's the fucking man. And Adcock told me, you know, Dom's the guy.
Cool.
Would you call you, so you're a comedian, obviously, right?
Yeah.
We,
Is this? Am I? Okay. This-
yeah, I think so. We're not even recording, but that's how we get people to
This
come
is
talk
just
to us.
later.
Yeah, we're desperately in need of friends, honestly. But what's cool about you is like, I was looking into your obviously, and you're, how old are you?
28.
28. Okay. So, because I saw some of your stuff. First of all, you're funny as. I'm
Thank
gonna go
you.
ahead and say that just directly, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's the best thing you can tell a comedian, you know what I mean? It's funny when you're talking to a comedian who's not funny and people will be like, they're just so nice and they're such a good person. They'll
Really
say
good guy.
they say everything but funny, you know? But you're funny, man. Some of your shit is just for to the yeah, some of the stuff. But I looked and I saw that you have music, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, that's intriguing to me because not everywhere, but a lot of the people that I know that are into comedy think that like doing anything but is, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's like comedy purists where it's like, and also I was telling like even trying something,
Yeah.
it's like there's a certain level, and I have that in me because of growing up with those guys, you know, where it's like trying anything is corny,
Yeah.
don't do it. So like I think it's super cool that you did it, and some of that shit sounds good, bro. Like we were listening to like, are you a rapper? What do you even
Yeah,
call
I
that?
mean, like,
it's like
I rap and sing and stuff. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like melodic.
it's a whole
rap.
vibe. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's not. Yeah.
Are you producing the music as well?
Most of it.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
lot- like I went to school, CCBC, for audio
Shout out.
engineering and music production. But I was learning before that. I just went there because I was like, I had this idea. I was like, well, if I get a certificate, maybe I can like get a job at a studio or like for a record label or something. But that's not how that works. If you're good, you just get a job. I didn't get a job.
so therefore, was it music that intrigued you before comedy? Which one did you start with? I mean, because I know you're content creating, you're doing stand up, you're doing it's like and none of it sucks. You know, sometimes it's like
Yeah.
people are doing other stuff, but it's like clearly this is their front runner and this other stuff sucks. Like I think all your shit's good, so I'm just like, yeah. What did you start with?
It
Which one of
was
them?
well, it was weird because like in high school, I remember in senior year in high school they had these like mock interviews. Like your senior, they brought in a bunch of like alumni that worked for these big companies, and they would do these job interviews. And the guy asked me, he was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I just like didn't know what to say, so I said a comedian. And he was like, "Oh, okay." you're a fucking loser. But
Dude,
no,
that's way to put a kid on the spot too. Like it's the fact that we're expected to answer that at 17. You
Well,
know
you
what I mean?
don't know
Well,
all
I
the
have-
jobs yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you
I
have
don't even
such a
know what
limited.
exists.
I don't know all
even
the jobs now at
Exactly.
37.
I don't even know that they.
Right?
I'll always ask, what is somebody doing? They'll be like, oh, they're in pharmaceutical
That's a
sales.
job?
And I'm like, yeah, well, pharmaceutical sales. What?
yeah, and you can go to college for that.
Right.
Who picks that major? I don't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't even have any plans of going to college. Like everyone was like filling out college. It's kind of how it's been my whole life. I never knew
You're just
how
here?
people got somewhere. I was just like, I'll just wind up in college. I was like, no, you have to apply and like go through financial aid. So I never did that. And I like after high school, I had like hung out my whole friend group that I hung out with. They were making music, and I come from a musical family. I've always liked rapping and stuff. So I just started making music with them, and then I kind of just for lack of like an identity or like idea of what I was gonna do when I was older, I was like, I guess I'll just go full on into this.
Right.
So I was doing music for like a long time. I still do music.
Under the name Dom
Selesky.
Selesky?
Yeah, just
Okay.
under Solesky.
Okay.
So I was making music for a long time. I still am, but I was like really, really going at it as like, this is like my only option. I have no
Right.
idea what else I would do. And like, I guess if it doesn't work out, I'll just get a job
Kill
I don't
myself.
like. Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I was doing that, I was also just like making funny videos online.
Okay, so you've been doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just something that I just did because I like to do it. And the music did well. Like I have like millions of streams, but it was
Yeah, we
never.
looked.
The
It's
one
pretty-
song with
pretty
a million
impressive,
hits
bro.
on its
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Very impressive, man, for
Congratulations.
real.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
But yeah, so that was doing well, but it wasn't enough to pay my bills or anything. Like I was getting like not touring, but like I did a show in Toronto. Like I opened for Blackbear, I opened for Felly, like a bunch of dudes. But it was like
Tight.
that was kind of it. It just kind of plateaued after a while. And the whole time, like I was going super viral for these videos that I was putting out. Like I was on before I never even had a Vine. I think I made one Vine and it sucked. And then it was like kind of after Vine. And then there was like this random app called Reveal that had like 10,000 users. And it was kind of like TikTok. And I just was making funny
I've
videos.
never even heard of it.
No,
It
me
was
neither.
so like under the radar. It was like a
Interesting.
project.
This is post Vine.
Yeah, it lasted for like 2 years. It was like 10,000 total people that used it, and I had like 5,000
I
followers.
was about to say
like,
all 10,000.
yeah, I was like
fucking
I was like one of the biggest people on the app, but it was like and I guess I got some followers through that, and then I was putting videos on Twitter, and
Right.
then eventually I got a TikTok. Years after TikTok was a thing, I always was super late to the game
Yeah, resistant. Hmm.
because I was like I don't want to be the I'm not a I don't want to be. I want to be a musician, but then I was like, "Oh, these are going viral. Maybe I can get."
So you're
views."
putting your energy into the music, and
Yeah.
life's telling you, "Hey,
exactly.
hey, we want you here." you
Literally,
know?
God the whole time was like, "Dude, you're funny.
Pay
all right?
attention,
You're
dude."
okay at music, but you're really funny." So yeah, I was like the whole time I just kept seeing it as this thing of like maybe I can I'll get famous doing this, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this guy makes music." Like there's a
Yeah.
couple guys that got big.
Lil
that
Dicky
way.
is hilarious
Lil
and very
Dicky.
good at music. You know, it is,
Yeah.
and it's like so.
Bo
it is a thing.
Burnham.
Huh?
Bo
Bo
Burnham.
Burnham,
Bo
exactly.
Burnham. Getter is another one.
Don't
that-
even know.
I don't
He's
guys.
like
know
a EDM guy. He was big on Vine with Nick Coletti,
Okay.
those guys. But
Do you have any inspiration, like comedic inspiration? Not like who's your favorite, but do you have anybody like that made you feel like I'm gonna do this?
well, not that made me want to do. I mean, just comedians in general. I really like.
Okay, you've just
Being
always been
funny,
into comedy.
My dad is a really funny guy, and I just kind of like modeled my personality after his growing up and stuff. So I've always just been like a jovial person, and so I was just always making those videos just to make my friends laugh. Like for years, I was just putting them on Snapchat just for
Right.
my friends.
Okay, right.
And then like 2 years ago, my cousin was like, "Yo, let's go." He did an open mic, and then a week later, he was like, "You got to come with me and do this." Like
For your first time?
hmm
Wait, just a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I was
thought
doing
you-
I've been doing comedy for a while, but I didn't do
sure.
stand up.
Right, and there are different necessary. So
Oh, yeah.
okay, interesting. So how did that open mic go?
It was good.
It was
It
good?
went well. It was crazy.
Did you
'cause
have
it was
written
like-
stuff? Like you were
Yeah,
ready?
I mean, it was kind of just like I would take ideas from like TikToks that I had made that
Right.
gone viral, and I was like, maybe I'll just try to make this a stand-up
yeah,
thing.
this is
and-
clearly funny in this,
Yeah.
and they are different, right? I'm sure the content versus like the stage.
yeah.
Which one's easier for you, or like do you find to be easier, like the stand up or the content? Does that make sense? Like,
Content's definitely easy. I mean, like I can go on stage and kill, but you know, it takes me 2 minutes to make a TikTok, and then a lot of times it'll just go insanely viral for no
Right.
reason.
Right.
And then it's like, obviously, that was way easier to reach 1 million people
well,
than
right, to get 1 million people to walk in,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
Magoobies or whatever.
So, I mean, that's definitely a lot easier. But I do enjoy doing stand up a lot more. It's like, you know, eventually once you start getting a bunch of views on TikTok and shit, then you wind up being like, this one didn't even get 1 million views. I'm gay. And then,
Do you think so? Which one did you pop off on first? Like which app? The Reveal?
yeah, Reveal. I wouldn't even necessarily call it popping off, but proportionately, yeah.
Right.
On that app, I was like big on that app, which was like being popular in high school. And then no, TikTok was like the big.
Imagine leading with that, like telling you when you
Yeah.
meet a girl. I was actually pretty big on Reveal.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? is
My
this guy
my first huge video was sausage and mushroom pizza,
hilarious.
and that was on Twitter. I put
okay.
I put it on Snapchat.
Pre-X.
Oh yeah, this is like
Yeah.
2017.
Oh yeah.
And I would post all my videos to like this local, because I lived in Towson at the time, and it's Towson University, so they had like a public Towson University Snap story
Oh, okay.
that had like
See, that's
3,000
smart.
viewers. So I would put all my videos on there, and like I just had all these people messaging me, being like, "Yo, this is so fucking funny."
That's
My
awesome.
friends were messaging me, being like, "This is hilarious." So I like downloaded it from Snapchat and put it on Twitter. Woke up the next day, I had like 5K retweets,
Really?
like 400K views. People were posting it on Reddit and shit, and it was like Reddit front page.
That's awesome.
I was like, what the fuck? I got like a bunch of followers on Twitter for that, which I've since lost most of them. And
we'll make sure to put all your shit in the
Yeah.
description too.
I don't even. The only thing I use Twitter for is fucking arguing with people and
sports betting.
tweeting about the Orioles and how
The
much they're
Orioles.
pissing me off.
Yeah, there's a big community there.
Yeah. So, but
and
yeah,
then I was also looking when I looked, so I just searched your name, like just your, you know, and it came up like 10-year-old boy attacked by a dog.
yeah.
This is you.
That's
I got fucked up.
Did
yeah.
you really?
Damn.
Yeah. This is what the scar on my face is from. It's
I mean,
severed.
that's you know.
No,
yeah.
it severed my femoral artery.
Where's that at? Isn't
Yeah.
that in your leg?
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
one that will.
That's the one that
you'll
Sean Taylor got
bleed
killed.
out,
Was he
dude,
got a
if you
bullet
don't
through
get
Sean
that
Taylor.
fixed.
That was 2 weeks after.
Bro,
what happened to me, I
okay.
think.
So look. So this is what's crazy. I didn't even know that, right? I literally type in your name on YouTube, and it's like the police call, right? I'm
Mhm.
sure you know of it, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I listened to that high one time not too long ago, and I should have never.
I was about
done
to say, that's
that.
probably weird
That
as
was
fuck.
So dumb,
Dude, that's heavy,
I
huh?
I mean, I'm already not
Okay.
great with weed. I'm already not great with weed,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it just like popped up in my related videos, and I listened to it and just had a panic attack. I was like, what the fuck?
It doesn't take much, dude. Oh my god, that would make me spin out because it's like,
Sure.
yeah, it's a woman who's clearly it's the actual shout out to the Freedom of Information Act for
Yeah.
you. But yeah, there's a woman who the actual 911 call. You know, hey, this boy's getting viciously attacked by this
Yeah.
dog.
It was those blood everywhere. I had to
oof.
get 5 blood transfusions.
Bro, where were
Ooh.
you at? Who were you with? What did you do to the dog? What were you wearing? Is this your fault? I'm just saying.
No.
We're not trying to victim blame it. How hot were you looking? Be
Oh.
honest.
I was a tiny kid. I was like 55
learn that.
pounds, 10 years old. I was probably like Mo Noor's height. No, no,
6'2".
short of the.
Are you solo? Are you in house? Where are you at? Like
I was with a few friends, and we were playing like Nerf tag, and this dog had already like, it was a pit bull, and it had already like,
racist, by the way.
yeah.
If you even say what kind of dog it is, you're racist.
We all know who I'm talking about.
We all know what I mean when I say pit bull.
6% of the dog population, 60% of the fatalities.
Statistics. Look, our statistics
Listen,
racist.
I mean, I don't make them up.
I'm just asking questions. Remember Umar said that to me? You look at the guy who's like, I'm just asking questions.
Just saying. No.
So you're with a few friends, and this dog had already been what? Mean mugging, or what you know?
No, this dog had apparently like 2 other times in the past had tried to get out and get somebody.
Oh, it had a rap sheet.
One time it was a woman with a baby in a stroller. So I mean, that's, thank God that didn't happen. So we were playing, and like it was like 2-on-2 a Nerf tag. My friend Scott.
When you say Nerf tag, you're
like
talking
Nerf
guns?
Yeah, Nerf
Okay,
guns.
okay.
We're just shooting the
Yep,
darts
yep.
at each other. So I went around. It was like classic, like Baltimore row homes. It was in Towson, but you know how the setup is. It's like alley street,
Yeah.
alley street. So I ran from the alley around front, and I was going to try to like flank them while my friend Scotty was
10-year-old flanking.
distracting.
I love that.
Advanced.
Love that.
And I hear my friend scream, and I thought he was like, in the game messing around, like, kid fake war scream, like,
Sure.
ah. And then by the time I had got to my house, which was in the middle of the neighborhood, and I had a gate where I could get around back, the 2 other kids had come up to meet me there, and they were like, dude, Scotty just got attacked by a dog. I was like, what the fuck? And I thought they were messing with me. So I went down there. We walked down.
She's like, I got the gun.
Literally, I was still fucking around. I'm thinking like a fucking
Sure.
lab or something,
Yeah.
like nothing that's gonna, I think a dog just like jumped on him, and the
I was
owner.
about to say, you also don't think of how dangerous a dog is at 10 years old, right?
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
not
even understand how dangerous
Exactly.
it could be. It's like dogs. I know
Yeah.
dogs,
Exactly. So I think at the worst he got bit by like fucking some yappy dog or something. So I go down there and I see blood on the ground, and
Do you see the dog or him?
no, I don't see either of them.
Whoa, weird.
So I had walked up closer, and I hear this rattling on this fence, and I look over, and this dog's in this pen, way too small for it, and it's getting out. We start booking it back up. My 2 friends hop over a fence that was on their side of the alley. I don't have anything. I have like a big wooden fucking fence. I'm way too small. Dog gets
It's coming so it's coming out, and you know that, and you're trying to get away.
We're running from it.
Oh, bro.
So-
God damn the terror.
Yeah.
Dude, I just get, at 10 years old, running from this fucking, dude,
Sandlot?
I can't.
Was that the one?
Yeah, the beast. For real. I
Jesus
can't
and I'm
even
not
imagine.
gonna get away from it. I mean, my house is 300 or 400 feet up the alley.
I didn't know if it was like random or like, so you're running and no, dude, that fear of that collapsing
even
moment, it
then,
sounds like a
though,
bad dream. You know what
Even
I'm
then,
saying?
like you're thinking like I'm just gonna get bit.
Yeah, I'll kick
or
it
it's
out of
scary.
the
It's a
way.
big dog running
Right.
at me. You don't understand. Like this thing's gonna fucking kill
It's
you.
going to try to literally murder you.
And it ripped my face. My nose was hanging off. My cheek was
Jesus Christ.
all messed up.
The Nerf bullets did no help.
Nothing. I did at one
He's
point.
trying to shoot himself in the head with the Nerf bullet.
I tried to throw my gun at it. while I
Sure,
was running it.
anything, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so is it biting and latching, or is it going back and
It-
forth?
it
I love
tried to
making
latch on my
you relive
face.
your worst trauma
I
in
don't care.
life.
I've told the story 8 million times.
Right?
It,
yeah.
it
Not very
bit my face, but like it couldn't really.
That
get
was
a
the
good
first
grip
thing it
here.
did?
Yeah, it bit my
God damn,
face,
right for the face, bro.
and I pushed it off with my arm, and it bit my arm.
That's what the cast is from.
Yeah, still to this day, dude.
Just to remember.
And then it latched onto my leg, and it just
Ugh.
started throwing me around like a fucking.
While
rag
it was held
doll.
on, and that's
Yeah.
where it's really doing damage, bro, because it's just digging
Yeah, I mean, you
in.
can see it's just torn. It's just tears, like
Ugh.
jagged fucking scars on my leg and shit.
Your skin is so soft, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know that until
Yeah.
it's in a dog's mouth,
It is-
yanking back and forth. But we're made of just like wet
Yeah,
paper.
It is insane, and I'm a little kid, so.
And so it happens. Probably, does it feel long or short?
I can't. I mean, it was like,
Tough to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like a couple minutes.
Right.
Um,
And so how does it get off you? Does it just decide I've had enough? Are you playing dead? Did somebody come in and
I
break
was
it
going faint. I was gonna pass out. I was
Right,
gonna
right,
die
right,
from
right.
blood loss. So it was kind of stopped attacking me
up?
at
Because
that
you were
point.
just so you,
I was.
you
Yeah, I
weren't
wasn't fighting
anymore.
back anymore.
It's like a squeaky toy that's not squeaking. He's
Right.
like,
The
over
owner
it.
came out and got him. He's freaking out. Which, by the way, it passed over this part. The owner had taken my friend Scotty into the house, put the dog back
to
in
molest
the pen.
him or
No.
what?
He was cleaning his
Trying
face
to
off,
fix him
and
up.
then he said, "Tell your mom you fell off your bike.
Oh God!
Like, if
So
you
he's
tell
like,
somebody it was my dog, I'm gonna come after you." That's what he threatened him.
it's like when a pastor molests a kid, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Look, tell you that's crazy."
So
So he's trying to lie for the dog
Mhm.
that already attacked a kid.
and my
he's-
friend Scotty's in the house
he's
and can
in
hear
there
the dog attacking
getting
me.
fixed up,
Yeah,
and his dog does it again.
he can hear it.
Bro.
He can hear me screaming. So the guy goes out to get the dog, and my friend ran out the front door.
Oh, because he felt like he was trapped too,
Yeah,
right?
so he was
Damn,
running to get away
dude.
from this guy, runs back, and runs past the alley, and he sees me laying there, fucking,
And the owner got the dog
I
back.
think the owner had gotten the dog and just gotten back inside by the time Scotty was running around and
Where are
saw
your
me.
parents at? Are they around, or are you at near
My
your
dad
house?
was
Or you
working
you
or
ran through your
something.
gate, so you're
Yeah,
but
my
you're
mom
home.
was home.
Okay.
My friend Kyle, who was also there, went and knocked on the door and told my mom what happened. My mom comes
You
down.
were in the back. It's not like you walked to the door. You were
No,
fucked up.
I had
You-
tried to get up and run and I
Ooh.
couldn't.
Did it hurt?
In the 911
Painful?
call, you can hear the woman telling me to like, just stay there, just lay down.
Are you in shock?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
I knew.
How can you even
this was
register that
bad.
amount of
Well,
pain?
because I could hear my blood when
Oh,
it was attacking me. I could. It
no,
sounded
bro.
like when you
Leaking
pour.
out?
It sounded like when you pour a
Jesus.
water bottle on the ground. That's what my blood
when it was hitting the
sound-
ground, you heard
when
it.
it was mauling me. I could hear my blood because I remember thinking in my head while it was happening, I was like, I feel like I should be bleeding a lot right now. Immediately when I thought that, I just hear the
when you thought of it like happening
on the alley. Yep.
That's interesting to remember that too,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Well,
obviously
it's vivid,
not something.
dude.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure, dude. All right, so
And then
continue.
my mom comes down the alley, and I could hear the terror in her voice.
Oh, right, and I bet you'll never forget that sound.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then you can hear her in the 911 call as well. She just instinct was trying to pick me up and take me back home, and the woman was like, "Leave him there,
right? Don't move him." It's visceral though, you know.
Then my friend Scotty's mom came down with a baseball bat, and she stood there. People came out.
She's like, "We got to put Dom out of his misery."
Yeah,
she has a Louisville Slugger. She's like, "He's too
Walking
far
Dead
gone."
style. He's been bit.
Yeah, Negan style. He says, "It's too far gone." So your mom. So then what? You know, so
Some other neighbors came out.
Is anyone holding pressure on you?
Brought towels out and were applying pressure.
Fuck.
My
and
friend,
you're conscious?
my friend Juliana, who lived in the neighborhood, her dad, I guess, heard the commotion, came down. He was a pastor. He started saying a prayer over me and stuff. Yeah.
Bro, listen.
Whole time I was sitting there, I was like, am I going to die?
I was just about to say, listen.
They're like, no, you're not going to die.
Thanks for the prayer. Do it silently.
Yeah.
If I'm hurt and someone starts praying, bro, I'm immediately like, oh, I'm dying. There's nothing scarier.
I'll tell you what, it must have did something because you do not survive that kind of shit. Dude.
Right.
I mean, it's, I was fucking already small, so I had to get 5 blood transfusions. For an adult, that's a lot. For a kid that weighs 55
they rush you to the
pounds,
hospital. You're leaking from everywhere.
Ambulance comes, takes me to Johns Hopkins shock trauma. I'm in surgery for 6 hours. They thought I was going to die at first, obviously. Then
because of how much blood loss.
They stabilized
that was the main
me.
thing, right?
Then they were like, he's definitely going to lose his leg. Didn't lose my leg.
Fuck yeah.
I have permanent nerve damage in my leg, but I didn't lose it. And then 17 days, I was in ICU for 4 days. 17 days later, I went home.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah.
At
and,
10
and
years
like 2
old.
years of physical therapy.
And here's the thing, man. It's like there's that physical injury, but then there's that traumatic injury, bro. That's something for your psyche that, like, not to get gay, but yeah, man, it's like that trauma, dude. It's like, I mean,
I was very blessed that I don't have any, like,
PTSD
I don't have any
or anything?
PTSD.
Really?
I don't have any
See,
fear of dogs.
Wow.
Not fond of pit bulls, obviously, but
Fair.
I own a dog, and I'm not
dude, that's
afraid of
awesome.
dogs and stuff. So it's
That is good.
I
yeah.
think that's awesome.
Yeah, that is great. To
You know,
not sign off the whole
it's
say all
easy
dogs are bad.
So
or-
it's such
Yeah.
an easy thing to do.
yeah. So all good. We're here.
Yeah, well, it made you funny. One thing trauma does early is make you funny,
Yeah.
I'm
guess
sorry we
so.
didn't have the foot massager. I saw a podcast where you're getting your feet massaged.
Oh yeah, Luke Harris.
Yeah.
I have my own now. I don't.
Do
care.
you? Yeah, you should have brought that bitch. Yeah.
I bought it for my girlfriend for Christmas, and then I just use it.
Yeah, that's what I say about my butt plugs. No, they're for her, truly. Yeah, but so that's tight, man. Well, not the dog attack, but the fact that yeah, you were able to. I mean, so what is a blood transfusion? Is when they're giving you someone else's blood?
Yes.
Damn.
And I believe, I'm not actually sure, but I think it's like a pint of blood, or like 12 ounces, something like, it's a lot.
Right. Sometimes
So to need 5 of
to
them,
need
it's a lot.
one at all is
Yeah.
substantial, right? The fact that you're needing to get this blood, damn, dude.
Yeah, so it's like a, I think every time you donate blood, I think you give like a transfusion's worth, I believe. I don't know, I'm just completely
Yeah, we're making this is what we
talking
do
out of
around
my
here.
ass,
Yeah,
but
that's all we do here is make stuff up.
I would imagine one time you give blood isn't 5 blood transfusions. It's definitely
Yeah.
like they had to open up 5 fucking bags to give me blood.
Right. God damn it, 10 years old, dude. That's vicious. And then did that owner get rid of the fucking dog or what?
The
dog got a teardrop
there was a
tattoo?
hearing that he literally like tried to fight putting it down.
Oh, they had a hearing and everying.
Yeah, and obviously they put it down.
Did you have to go to that and everything? And
I
be
didn't
like,
fucking. That was like
right.
a week after it happened.
oh wow,
I think.
okay.
But yeah, we went to court. He had like never apologized or like reached out to my parents at all. And my dad was like, "Thank God you lived," because I was obviously gonna
Go to prison
not
for the
gonna
rest
say
of
that
my
on a
life.
podcast.
Satirically,
but
obviously.
yeah, satirically.
Everything on this, my
hypothetically.
lawyers told
Yeah.
us to say, everything on this is satirical.
Yeah, it's all hypothetical. But
Everything's
hypothetically,
all-
if I were dead, someone would probably also hypothetically die. Whether it's my dad or who knows, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We do have to watch what we say because of YouTube's guidelines. We did just start this is a shameless plug real quick. We just started a membership, 99 cents to be a real one. right now that 99 cents, so regular people get the 1 episode a week and they get our shorts. If you give us 99 cents a month, you get the same thing. But that's for right but that's for right now.
But you're a nice guy.
But you're letting us know that you support out of the love of your heart. And eventually we'll drop exclusive stuff, you know, like me and Mike fucking and all the behind the scenes stuff you guys will get. So if you want to, right next to the subscribe, there's a join button, or I can go fuck myself, no big deal. Yeah, but so you've been doing comedy for 2 years.
Yeah, I was doing, like the first 6 months or 5 months or whatever, I was just doing the same open mic every week.
Because it was close to you, or because you were comfortable?
No, it wasn't
with
close at all. It was in Falston. It was like a 35-minute drive, but
It's
it was
VA?
the only one I knew. I didn't. No, Falston.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's like Harford County.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. It was like the only one I knew. I didn't really know anyone in comedy that I was close with. But the only thing is, it was the same people there every week. So
Was it your buddy that got you to go? Did he keep going too? Like, did you guys go together?
Yeah, my cousin Nick, and then I met a bunch of friends up there.
Okay.
That we started our own little like comedy group. We don't really.
You guys
do
are repping
much.
a gang?
Yeah, the Barrel Boys.
Okay, good. I was about to say, shout it out, Barrel Boys. You heard it here.
And so we, I was doing it there, and it was the same people every week, and we were doing. It started off, we were doing like 10 minutes, which I was like, I told the guy, Bailey Store, if we ran the mic,
That's
I was like, we
insane.
need to like make this 5. Like, I can't write 10 minutes. So I was doing 5 new minutes every week.
That's
I never really was able to work on any material, though. It was like I would do a bit, and if it worked, I just like wouldn't ever do it again.
Why?
It's because it was the same people, and I was
Oh,
still
right.
early on in the
It's the
comedy.
same
It was
people.
like, you guys all already heard this shit. It's not
Yeah,
gonna get the same
That is
effect.
tough. It's like the same open mic guys just waiting to go up and do their time.
Exactly.
It's tough in the
So,
beginning.
Then I got passed at the Port Comedy Club in Fells, and
Did
that
you?
Yeah, that was the
Congrats.
first time that like 6 months in that I had like it was a new crowd every time because they do like weekly showcases. So.
Now to get past, right? It's like something that a lot of people don't. So I mean, even me, I don't know, but like I've heard because I'm into the comedy thing. But like, do you have to like ask them to pass you, or do you do a showcase there, or do they come and reach out to you? How does getting passed at somewhere work?
So how it worked for me was, Luke Harris, the guy that was on the
It's a
podcast,
Happy
with-
Podcast.
yeah, the
Shout out
Happy
Luke
podcast.
Harris. We're gonna
Shout
have
out
him
Luke
on.
Harris and Chris Randolph.
And
They
Chris.
had both came up, and I had seen them a couple times, and then I went to Wits End, which is like Magooby's open mic. That's like right down the street from where I live, and I like ran into him again there, and he, kept saying I was really funny. He had me on the podcast, and then he was like hammered at the Port one night and told Matt Hurley, the owner, he was like, "You got to get this guy Dom in here. He's really good." And
It's like a drunk Luke Harris.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So the owner of the Port
Fuck
hit
yeah.
me up and was like, "Hey, I hear from Luke Harris, you're really good. Like, do you want to get on one of our showcases?" I was like, "Yeah." A month goes by, I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, let me get on." He's, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
And then eventually I did like their open mic at the Port, and I like crushed it.
How long is it? 5 minutes?
5 minutes,
5.
yeah. And
Which is a long fucking time on stage. Yeah.
yeah, and then he was there, the owner,
Awesome. Best case
and he
scenario.
was like, "Yo, man, yeah, we'll definitely get you on some showcases." Another month or two passes,
You're like, hey.
and my buddy Bam Jacobs, you should have him on here.
Oh, that's what I thought you were. It's like, no.
He won the monthly competition there, which you automatically get passed when you do that.
And that's the competition at the open mic?
No, it's
It's the actual competition. Like, this is for the
they don't.
competition.
It's supposed to be a monthly competition, but they do it like once every 3 months.
Okay.
if that.
Okay, that made the tracks.
And then so he won that, and then like we both got put on the email list the same day, and we debuted there the same day,
Nice.
and so that was really cool. You get to go. It was like my first like comedy club. It's a comedian owned comedy club. It's really really fucking cool.
The Port?
Yeah,
Oh, I've been. It's small. I like how small it is.
Yeah.
Man. It's super intimate, but it's just like, yeah, I like that a lot.
it's awesome. Yeah, so it was really cool to get past. I was like, damn, I'm at a comedy club. This is sick. I'm past.
And getting past is a big deal.
It is.
Like,
I mean, it was
people
huge.
Stay in their career, for a long time and talk about not getting past. I mean, there will be people who are, literally they're rich off of being a comedian and are not past places.
Does it mean you're getting paid to do the
I
spots?
think it means so. What does it mean?
It's really
What the fuck
just
does it
like,
mean?
I mean, I've been paid to, if I host or like, I just had a headlining show there a couple months ago. So you get paid for that, but a lot of times it's really just like you're good enough to be on the weekly lineup and
Fair.
you can
You're
get
part of the
spots.
community, yeah.
And it's the best place to get spots, because unlike, otherwise you're just going to be going to open mics in front of a bunch of comics that aren't listening to you. They don't.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I don't
To
blame
see
them,
how
but
the-
it's like
right.
they're just waiting to get on stage. They're
Sure.
going over their set, and if you get a laugh out of them, it's like, oh, this joke's really good. But like this was like an opportunity once a week to get up in front of people that are there to see comedy, that are paying attention,
And that's what you need.
and it's a new crowd, so you can do the same bit every week and refine
Perfect
it. And
it. Hit them tags.
yeah, exactly. So
That's
that
awesome.
that was definitely the cool part, was doing that. And that's, I think, when I would really mark, like, that's when I like started doing comedy.
Got it. Because that's a huge difference, right? That's a market difference. And again, some people are doing it for years and don't get past, period.
Right.
You know?
And then you meet people there that are also comics, and they're like, yo, I'll book you. Everyone in comedy fucking winds up like running a show at like some bar. Like, my buddy
everyone's
owns a
booking
bar, I'm running
something.
a show, I'll get you. And then you just all book each other, and then you start getting paid spots. And, you know, at these shows, you get paid like $40 for 10 minutes and stuff. And then you get to really like, oh, now I'm doing shows, like I'm getting paid for this. This is crazy.
Right. And you're still practicing it, right? The whole thing about it is the stage time, right? You're wanting that stage time. So you're getting paid to refine your shit and get better at it, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, I mean that's when I like really started, I think, was like May 14th last year.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's, people know your name, already.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I've heard from
Well, that
multiple
definitely helped me a
people,
lot
like,
too.
What's that? To getting past?
Just the fact that
like a stamp?
maybe not with getting past. I was obviously just, funny at stand up, so that was a big
Sure,
help.
that's the biggest. That's the biggest part, Dom.
Yeah. I'm obviously
also, I guess I
funny.
was funny. People hate talking
But
good
no,
about
when-
themselves.
I mean, obviously, when because I have that following on social media, people tend to give me more credit than
That's
just
true.
like, somebody that's not,
right? Because they're looking
Doesn't
at
have-
that,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Everyone's looking at that,
And then they also overinflate my worth because they're like, yeah, it's fucking 60,000 on Instagram. You're supposed to have 800 people in here. And it's like, no.
yeah. It's like 600,000 bots.
Yeah,
They're
well, it's
Indian dudes.
it's like 60,000 people all over the world, not in
Right.
Baltimore.
Right, yeah, broke people who are not
Right.
doing things. We talk about live comedy. It's fun to go. A lot
So
of
do you
people-
guys do stand up?
No,
Not me, no.
no. I've tried
Well,
it.
he's tried it.
I tried
Okay.
it. Yeah. And my whole thing was like I didn't think I did bad at it. Mo said I was funny. I did it at the Art House.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Mo, I work at the same place as Mo. So.
I never did that, Mike. Though they stopped it before I ever got down there.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I consider myself to be a funny person. Obviously, funny off stage and funny on stage is very different. And I noticed that it would take. I do believe I could get good at it. I think that the time it would take me of doing the comedy to the room of the 3 open micers,
Right.
and sitting there for 4 hours to hear everyone else's. And it's just like with all the other stuff I have going on, like in a way, I wish I had nothing going on and I could just like tunnel focus. But again, to be successful at it, it's just like being successful at a podcast. You know what I mean? The percentage who's actually making money, it's just so small. So, but no, I respect it. I've always been a fan of it. But no, neither one of us are comedians.
I don't know. I think it's like the hardest job. I think it's the hardest job there is, just because like every day you're probably failing until like you don't fail, right? Like unless you obviously have
I mean, every
a
laugh.
wealth of. Go ahead.
Every laugh is like not a failure,
For sure. But like, I don't know. It's just you're putting yourself out there every single time, like, and it's just it's not like you're like music. You get to hide a little bit, right? You
Yeah.
have something that's pre-recorded, it's pre-done, like you know what it's gonna be.
There's nothing
you don't
more
have
raw,
to do anything
for
about
sure.
it, right?
Yeah.
So like,
And people can
can't
just
hide.
when you're like you're saying, like when you do a concert, because I've done both. Like when you do a concert, you're not basing how well you did based off of. I mean, when you're doing comedy, your success is based on the immediate crowd reaction and how they're. People can just sit back and listen to the music
You're
and then be like,
performing
"You
the
were
music
great."
regardless.
Yeah,
The same way. You're not
Yeah.
like reading the crowd and changing and adjusting.
Exactly.
And, like, when you're doing stand up, it seems like it's a conversation almost. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Between you and the audience.
So if you're just up there on stage for 10 minutes and no one's laughing, then people are like, hey, that fucking sucks. If
Yeah.
you do a concert in front of people that don't know your lyrics
and they're just taking it in.
and they're just like, bobbing their head and then they'll go, yeah, I like those songs. That's good.
Yeah, it
You're not
wouldn't-
people aren't gonna be fucking mosh pitting and stage diving and then that's what you base off of how
right.
well you did,
Yeah, you're right there. There's no hiding, like you said. There's not.
And it's just like every day, like you like, but then when you do bomb, like sometimes like hecklers, like I don't know, man, I could just see like taking it hard because it's like literally you're pouring your heart out, like just in the spoken word, but like still.
You could also do. I mean, it depends if you're jokey or like here's some stories about. You could be
true. There's a lot of
Hedberg.
different
A lot of
ways to do
little
it.
one-liner.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because Jesselnick's not putting himself out there as much as someone who's like, hey, this is my shit. So there's lots of different styles of it, but I think either way you can't. There's nowhere to hide, and it's like just doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah, especially because like when you go into a punchline and you say the punchline and you're like, this is it.
This is supposed
and
to be
if
it.
no one reacts to it, you're like, all right.
Dude, do you not die inside?
Dude, you have
like,
to.
Yeah,
No, part of you
that's
has
like,
to die.
Oh,
but
dude,
then
one
you
of
gotta
the
tell the next
worst-
joke, and that's like, fuck.
One of the first shows I ever had at the Port after I got passed, I fucking bombed.
Dude, it's gotta feel so
Like,
shitty.
And it sucked because like it was like a packed house and everyone was
the
murdering.
silence is deafening.
And you go up there and you're like, I followed the guy that like won.
Are you
Magoobies
feeling
in
good when you're
2023.
going up?
No, I was pretty nervous.
Okay.
I'm always really
I was gonna
nervous.
say that. I was gonna ask that. Yeah.
I'm always
got
nervous,
used to
especially
it.
if I do like a competition or something. Like I have the finals of the Harrisburg competition coming up this Saturday, and like the opening round and the semifinals, they're the worst because it's like you're competing with these people, and it's not like a show where you can go up and do okay and no one remembers it. Like when you're on stage and your name doesn't get called, everyone knows like, oh, you were at least the 5th funniest. Probably not even that.
Right. There's a blatant hierarchy there.
Right. But those are definitely the most nerve-wracking. Like Magoobies was extremely nerve-wracking because I had to do the opening qualifier. I won that. It was a monthly. Then I went to the semis, and then I made it to the finals. And the finals was sold out. And I had like 50 people come. And it was like 400 people in the crowd. And it was just like, all these people come out. This is their first time seeing me do stand-up. They probably have this like,
bro,
Dom's doing stand-up. And if I go out there and fucking bomb, like, oh my God.
Well, look, I went and did a couple open mics, I think 2 or 3. And each time, like, when people were like, they were always encouraging me to do it, were like, let me know when you're doing it. I want to see it. I'm like, no way.
Oh, especially not at an open mic.
Dude, no way do I want someone to hear me that knows me. I don't know why. I'm just like, no way. Because it's like you said, the expectation or whatever they're thinking in their head. But also, I feel like some of my jokes are better if you do know me, right? If not, it's just like, who's this fucking piece of shit?
Yeah, I mean, if you're, your friends are always going to go out there and laugh. And
exactly, it's not
but
great.
like, dude, I'll go to some of those Magoobies competitions because my friends will go in them. And like, even the ones that I was in, the monthly ones are like, everyone just enters because like, people, like half the people that enter, it's their first time ever doing stand-up. And you have to bring people. In order to perform.
Show, right.
It's a bringer. You have to bring at least 4 people. So they'll bring like coworkers and shit that they're not even really that close with.
Damn.
And then they'll just fucking
Dude,
eat it.
That's vicious.
And I'm like, how do you
go back to work the next day, man?
It is. Because like I know obviously I'm good enough to have friends come out and like.
Some people don't have that awareness
people
though.
Will laugh.
Genuinely, like
a lot of comedians don't have that.
Actually, great point. That is the majority, right? Especially when you're starting. It's like
the majority with everything.
True.
With music, with comedians, with
That's
people
true.
that
There's
do
way
podcasts.
more people. If someone hands me a mixtape, it's like this is gonna suck.
Well, that's the other thing because even you were saying like there's such a small percentage of people that make it doing this. You also have to factor in that a lot of people fucking suck.
That's very true.
So it's like, if 100 people, it's not 100 amazing people that do it.
That's a good point.
It's 100 people that do it, and 5 of them are actually good. For every really good comedian that's at an open mic, there's 3 that go up there every week and fucking bomb.
Oh yeah.
And that's why when people are like, making it to the finals or the semifinals at a competition like that is not hard. Because so many fucking people that do it.
Because like you said,
it's the only show they can get because you sign up
and they have
you're
to
bringing
put you
people
up
exactly,
people. Oh,
and then you go up, and it's like, it's really. I mean, and with music, it's the same thing. Everyone like so hard to make it a music. That's because for every one really good person putting music on SoundCloud, there's 9 fucking retards.
That you'll never even hear. Yeah, that are just terrible.
So, I mean, it's really like if you're actually good, you just have to have the self-awareness of like, am I actually good at this?
Right.
And then it's really not that hard.
But there's heavy delusion. And I guess even with music, right, is people think that like, let me be Russ, let me put out a song a day, or like, let me just not quit.
Yeah.
And there's a fine line between like what someone said, there's that quote that's like, the only difference between people who made it and people who didn't make it are the people who didn't make it gave up. And it's
Yeah.
like, that sounds good, and I like it as a thought concept, but there's people who try until they're 63 and put a gun in their mouth and failed, you know?
Yeah.
There are, that does exist.
But those are people that just never had it, though. Like,
right.
And that's the
true.
thing. I'm not.
That's true.
It's everyone's good at something, you know.
Yeah.
Most people, and I sound kind of like a fucking douchebag, being like, a lot of people fucking suck. But like, this is just the one
That's
thing
kind
that
of
I.
objective, though.
Yeah, this is just the one thing that I found that I'm good at. You know, like I could never make it to the fucking NBA.
Right.
I could never make it. I was a high school wrestler. I was never going to win states.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I tried, I could have placed in states. I was never going to be a fucking
But like you
Khabib
said, it's
or-
for every field.
Yeah.
Every field, there's a bunch of people who suck.
Exactly.
As simple as that. It's
And
not
there's-
even.
I was never delusional because when you go out in a wrestling mat and you lose,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, clearly I'm not better than that guy. Clearly I'm not good enough to make it to states. I made it to regionals.
better than
this
that guy.
kind of ends here.
You joined the wrestling team because you like the outfits?
Yeah, I was like, I need to get in some tights.
You know Dante Nero?
I've heard of that name. Yeah, is
Okay,
it
he's like a
wrestler?
comedian. Now he's a comedian.
Oh
from,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
New
yeah.
York
Okay,
City.
the fucking yes. Okay, yes, I know.
He like gives like guys advice. He
Yeah.
has like a guy advice channel. He's not quite. I mean, he was like he worked at like a strip club. I heard him. He was like interviewing the Punisher, the escort from the Diddy trial. But I don't even know why I brought him up just now. To be honest.
But yeah, that's pretty much that's all I was saying. Is like if you're good at something, you know you have to have the self-awareness to know that you're good at it. And if you're not good,
How do you give someone self-awareness though? It's like I guess you just have to have honest people around you to give you that third-party awareness. Because I'm
but then
trying
there's some people that are so delusional
Yeah,
that they
man.
just
It's weird.
they're just haters.
right.
It's like haters are a real thing. Don't
Right.
I mean you get when you're good at something or you have a big draw in like audience or whatever, you're gonna have haters.
there's a
but
difference.
There's a difference between having like one hater every 10 people and 10 haters every one person.
Right.
There's like you got to be able to go, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I've
It's
had a
like-
big enough sample size to realize that maybe I do suck.
Yeah, yeah. It's like doing like a joke that's edgy about race, right? And 99 people out of 100 are like, "This is racist," and you're like, "They're haters."
Yeah, yeah.
This one
Oh,
guy
everyone's so
gets-
soft these days. It's like, no, dude, it's like you can make a racist. That's the other thing a lot of comedians will do, especially if they're not that good.
Good.
And I went through this phase when I started
Shock
too.
jock.
Yes.
That's
You
where
just
I'm
go up
stuck.
there and you're trying to like get the cheap laugh of like people take that reaction of the crowd going like, oh my God.
because
oh.
it's something. Even
Yeah.
if it's not a laugh,
It's a
they're getting
reaction.
Something.
And they can never really bridge that gap
Mm.
of like, you can make this funny. You don't have to just go like, and then my dad fucked my ass. And I was like, what?
You heard my
That's the
set?
punchline?
Mo must have told you about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. And that is tough because you are getting the reaction, right? So it's like all you wanting up there is a reaction and then to get it. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
it is better than no
intoxicating.
reaction.
Right. It's
I mean-
intoxicating but to actually write a joke, I mean, that's do you sit down and write? Do you are you disciplined? Like, do you write or do you just do on stage stuff, you know?
No, I'll write. I'll think of a joke and I'll
You
go
have a
over
premise?
like how would I word this on stage? I imagine myself. I'll grab a fucking remote and pretend it's a microphone and I'll try to work out like, would this be funny if I heard someone say this? Would this be funny? I'll work out tags. I'll just try to like envision myself saying it on stage.
How do you if you have a premise, all right, so I'm Dom, I get a premise, right? I'm jerking off with my right hand, you know. Unfortunately, you know, and I get this
But it's
premise.
too good. So now I'm
yeah,
thinking about
yeah.
other
Well, I
things.
can't do it with this one, so how do you know whether you're gonna go? Let me make a video of this, or let me try this as a stand-up. Does that make sense? Not that it has to be exclusive. It's like not mutually.
Yeah, I mean, some things I'll just know that will work better out as stand up. Like I'll have like skit ideas where I'm like, I could make this a stand up bit. And it's
Yeah,
like,
because they're both funny. But
Yeah.
you're really good at this, like the little edits you're doing and shit. You know,
Yeah.
because we're trying to be content creators as hard as we can, and we're terrible at it. But you know, some of your shit, the way even just like the ideas, right? It's like, okay, I can have an idea that's I think's clever or funny, but it's never put together like where you're like talking to yourself. It would be one guy then the other guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'll hear something that's funny, but never think like I could recreate that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I've just always loved sketch comedy, so I feel like
Key and Peele, Chappelle
Key and
Show,
Peele,
all
Whitest
that.
Kids You Know,
Good one.
classic.
Whitest Kids You Know.
And so I kind of when you like something a lot and you're really into it, you kind of know what's expected when you make it, so you can kind of model it after that. You know,
Right.
so it's like, and then you watch content and stuff, and you realize like what goes viral, what is funny versus
What are
what's
people
not funny,
into?
and you just learn how to model it after like what's funny, not like copying off of people or just trying to like.
No, of course. See
You
what's in
know.
the zeitgeist. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like the POV right now. That's like POV.
Yeah,
doing
POV
whatever's-
on this exactly.
Whatever the thing is,
Right.
You know,
And
POV, you're a 36-year-old gay
Yeah.
male they're trying to do a podcast. Just POV my entire life.
yeah, so that's
So you just kind of know, yeah. You're like, so
Yeah.
you get a premise, and it's like, I guess it's like if it has some meat to it, you know, you want to take it to the stand-up because you're
Yeah.
gonna add stuff to it, and then
right.
certain
And then
things-
and then a lot of times you'll go and you'll take your first try at it and you'll see what tags hit, what didn't, where you'll switch something up one night and be like, oh, the way I said that got a bigger reaction. Like, I like that. It's a lot quicker of a way to say it. Or you'll go, I need to cut this part out. It's
Right.
not really important to the bit. And then, yeah, so you'll like write it. I'll imagine it. I'll envision it. I'll like say it and repeat it and pretend I'm performing it,
that's smart.
which must look ridiculous from third eye view.
Yeah.
But and then over time on stage, you realize what parts hit, what parts don't. A lot of times you'll have this tag that you really think will hit because it's funny to you and it just never gets a laugh. And you go,
Right.
all right, I got to get rid of that. And then the tag that you didn't think anyone was going to like, every time you say it,
Yeah.
people laugh and you go, all right, that's the main tag then.
How do you feel about? Are there people who are blatant joke thieves? Or like how do people feel about like, okay, so the joke thief is one thing, that's an extreme example, but like the idea of like people helping each other write, like, so, you know, not to throw shade, I think he's wonderful, Andrew Schultz, right? He has a team, you know,
Yeah.
and he's always saying he claims it, you know, but it's like it's hard to compete one person versus team of 16 writers, you know,
Right.
to get as one speaking piece. Do you guys like workshop shit together? I feel like if I was
Well,
in it,
yeah.
I'd have buddies that I'm like, what's something good here? Does this
Well,
make
yeah,
sense?
for sure. I mean, it's at every open mic, especially
Okay.
when you're close with the person, being like, they'll get off stage with a new bit, and you go, dude, I think it'd be really funny if like when this, you
Okay,
could
cool.
say that.
So there is that. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. People, I mean, I give people tags all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever use them, but a lot of times I'll give people tags that I'm like for sure is funny, and they won't use it. And I'm like,
Right. Yeah. Are you listening
all
to
right,
me?
dude.
Just gave you gold. You're just gonna
But
walk
no,
away from this gold.
there's like a couple. There's one bit that's like one of my best jokes, and it was a lot of the bits that I come up with. It will just be shit that will happen, like even sketch ideas. There'll be a funny situation happens when I'm like hanging out with my friends or my brother,
and you extrapolate.
you know, and all my friends are funny and stuff, even the ones that aren't comics. And then we'll like riff on it and blah, blah, blah. Like there's this one joke that I have about going to the gym and like with this black guy, and he's like trying to get me to pick up girls and like give me his black guy pickup lines. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's not going to work for me. And I go off on this whole thing. It was actually something that literally happened to my brother. And he was talking about it on his podcast.
Right.
And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. So I like started that premise and then I added this whole other thing at the end
Perfect.
where like I sound like I'm a serial killer and
Right.
shit. But yeah, and it's like, and he's all
saying the same joke as the black guy, or saying it's picking up as the same way as the black guy.
this
You
like
sound
like
crazy.
like the actual thing almost word for word happened to him for the first half of the bit.
Right,
was
right.
exactly what happened
right.
to him.
And you're like, this is a perfect premise.
And he's just like, you know, he said it on his podcast, and I was like, dude, that's really funny. Like, I might do that on stage. He's like, yeah, dude, fuck it. He doesn't do stand up. He's a musician. He
Yeah.
plays music for
How
a
many
living.
siblings do you have?
Just him, just my older brother. So he's a musician, and he had a podcast for a long time. They stopped it, and I think he's going to start back up again,
What's it called, or do you know?
live from the studio.
Live from the studio. Actually, we read that you were on that before.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. That was they had a bunch because his buddy that he did it with was a comic, and he was like in Magoobies and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And they had Mark Normand on twice.
Oh, cool. I've heard of him.
They had
comedy.
they had
He's the man.
uh
He's gonna come. We're gonna get Mark Norman on this bitch.
Hell yeah.
He loves doing obscure, pointless shit.
apparently, yeah, he did it twice with them.
That's awesome,
When he
though.
came back into town, he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever." They like met him at his hotel.
Really?
And sat outside and did it. Yeah,
That's
and they've had a
sick.
bunch of other comics that came through Magoobies. That
Damn, how long have they stopped?
they've probably like a year.
Been a while.
Yeah, but they were doing
hopefully
it for
they
like
start it
7
back
years.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need is more people with podcasts in this bitch, you know? It's like, Christ, I'm embarrassed to even mention I have one, you know? It's like, we have one that I'm proud of, you know? Like, actually, we're working
It
on.
is. I mean, yeah, you guys got like a solid setup in here. Like
Thank
a lot
you.
of podcasts are fucking, you know, like
Not a
happy
setup, it's
podcasts
just-
where you're sitting on a couch with a microphone.
And that's where we started. And that's where we started.
Yeah,
it.
that's
We literally
exactly how it
started
started.
inside
No, I
on
love
the
that.
couch.
The
on
Happy Podcast is fucking great too. But
Yeah, well, there's
this is
something-
like you guys obviously put time into it and like made a studio. You guys got the sound treatment in here, the
Yeah.
set and everything. This is sick.
Yeah, it's not completely bullshit, you know? We are completely bullshit, so we figured we should try to dress this up somewhat. I mean,
Dude,
it's still-
having a podcast now is the same as back in like 2017 when you would tell girls like, "Yeah, I rap." I'm on
yeah,
SoundCloud.
I'm on SoundCloud.
I'm just a SoundCloud rapper.
SoundCloud rapper. Lil Peep, you fuck with Lil Peep?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I did see something like Lil Peep type beat on one of your things.
Oh yeah. I was making beats for a while.
And I will
trying to
say that
sell
I could kind of hear a little bit of that influence. Like it's like the sad boy rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the vibe, like the Juice
Definitely.
WRLD, the fucking, you know.
Right.
That's
That's probably what I'm most comparable to would be like Juice WRLD.
Right. And I don't even
Peep.
know what to call that. That's why I asked. It's like, is he a
Yeah,
rapper? It's a specific genre.
Alternate rap,
blended-
melodic rap, whatever.
Alt boy shit.
Yeah.
Sad boy shit, baby.
You can't put me in a box, bro.
you can't reduce me to a label, baby. So yeah, I got on here that you were attacked by a dog. Okay, we got through that.
Yup.
There's also other childhood trauma. The time you stole your family tape measure. I think you talked about this.
Damn, you really did some research. Where'd you find that one?
I went through your. No, I'm just kidding. I heard you say it one time. I wanted you to tell Mike about when you.
Oh, was
took
it a podcast?
Yeah, it was the happy
probably
podcast.
yeah, the happy podcast.
Yeah, you were getting your foot massage, I think, and then talking about you stole
yeah.
your family's tape measure.
I got
It was a family tape.
Never
it
been-
was traumatic. Not as traumatic as a pit bull, but
so
traumatic.
yeah,
in
I had
a different type of-
never been caught jerking off, but I was caught by my dad measuring my dick one time.
Let's just hold on there for a second.
way worse, way worse.
It's just so less common too than like so many people get caught jerking off. You know,
Yeah, that's like a
getting
normal
caught
thing.
measuring your dick, bro. It's just for
Because
some
everybody does it.
Yeah,
You
right.
don't-
For some reason,
of course.
it's worse. For some reason, it's worse.
Did you say anything?
Well, what exactly happened was we were all on Xbox Live, me and my friends, and they were all talking about their dicks. I was a late bloomer, and I was like, I'm definitely not 5.5 right now. This is crazy. I was 15.
You guys are like, we're talking centimeters or what's up?
Yeah, because I didn't even get armpit hair till I was like senior in high school.
You got some now?
So definitely, I do. And so I didn't get my big boy dick yet. Still waiting. But so I was
Me
like,
too.
what? You guys are fucking 5 and this is nuts. So I
big boy dick is so funny. I'm gonna use that during sex. I'm definitely gonna hit a girl with you like this big boy dick.
I got my big boy dick
Nothing's
the other
gonna
day.
work better than big boy dick. So you got your what are you playing, by the way? I do need to know. COD?
Modern Warfare 2.
Okay,
that
so
was
you're
like the only game, dude. That was the best game
Dude,
ever.
MW2, come on.
That Battlefield, I was big on. Minecraft, I was big on. GTA, obviously, and that's the other thing. I was always. Dude, I even tried to make I was like trying to be a fucking gamer, filming myself playing COD, doing trick shots, trying to get in the phase
Yeah.
and shit.
Well, you
And I
have
fucking
it-
sucked at that.
Well, I'm just saying, you have it on you. You know,
I had
you know
that
you're-
early on. Fucking, I was getting all hate in the thing, and I had that delusion, like, hey, publicity's publicity.
All of them are like, you're racist. You're like, they're haters. So you're playing Modern Warfare 2. The bros are talking about dick size.
Yeah, so
Do you
I
tell
had,
them
and
you're
I had
gonna-
already jerked off this night. Obviously, I was 15.
Obviously.
If it was 9 p.m., I had at least jerked off once.
What? Imagine having a full chamber by 9
so,
p.m.
So I was like trying to get my dick hard to measure it, and I wound up just having to load up porn. Load up one of Lisa Ann's finest films,
Shout out to Lisa Ann.
and so I had my earbuds in. I'm jerking.
Oh God, that's how you're
stroking my
you're dead
dick.
to the world. with
Lights
the
are
earbuds.
on. I'm not on Xbox at this point, by the way.
Lights
I
on.
wasn't
I
in
love-
party chat jerking off. Hold on, guys.
They're
Stand
like,
by.
Dom, what the fuck? Yeah.
Stand by. Mute my mic. No. And it was like 9:30 or something. My bedroom lights were on. My dad storms in. He's like, "Oh, it's a fucking school night. Go to bed." And I like ripped my covers over me like.
So you're not covered.
No.
So
no.
you have a tape measure. You're measuring
So-
you
so
got
I
Lisa
ripped-
Ann rocking.
I ripped my covers open over me. I threw my iPod Touch 3G.
No way, it was the
down. It was
iPod Touch, bro.
Mobile jerk
the
off.
most porn that's
The
ever
second
been
I
watched.
got Safari on that shit, I was like, no way.
It was just like, do they know?
Yeah.
You would always
I
be
would
like,
I'd
there's
be like,
no
they
way
got
they
it's got to
know.
be on the fucking Comcast plan or something. Like,
There's
loaded
no
up.
way they don't know I have Lisa Ann's
LubeTube.com.
compilations.
So I and my dad, of course, I don't know what was going through his fucking head. He sees his 15-year-old son throw his cover over his waist, and he thinks he's doing heroin. And he runs, he's like, "What are you hiding under there?" Maybe he thought I was smoking weed. I have no idea. And he rips my covers off, and I had luckily gotten my boxers over my dick, but just a very obvious boner. And there was a tape measure next to me, and it wasn't just sitting there; it was pulled out, stretched, and locked.
Locked where
And
your
my
dick
dad-
size was.
My dad was just befuddled. He was like, "Oh, fucking," and he like the covers back over me. Thanks, Dad. And he
Shout
walks
out to Dad.
outside. He's like, "Go to bed." And I mean, I literally, it was one of those moments where you're so embarrassed where I was like, if I died right now,
Oh my
it would
God,
be a relief.
dude. You had to feel this small. I mean, there's certain times where you just want to disappear.
Yeah.
I got caught. Have you ever been caught jerking off?
No.
No? I got caught once by a distant family member, or like a, not an immediate family member. It was like a
Oh,
family.
that's the worst.
Yeah, it was. Listen, so she opened up the door. I'm jerking off. She just goes, ah, and slams the door. Never spoke a word of it to this day, Neither one of us.
Was it
I'm
like
sure
your aunt or something?
Yeah. And I'm sure she
Okay.
immediately went to my mom, like, yeah, he's in there jerking off the transport.
Did you finish?
My mom's like, I know. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, not right
Holy
away.
shit,
Not
dude.
right. Not when she opened the door or anything.
Right,
but,
but like, I don't think I
dude,
could
there's
have
certain times where you just want to shrink. I'll never forget this time I was meeting a friend of mine, like hypothetically like a drug dealer, right? And it's like hypothetically I've met him for the past like year or two, so I like knew him, was used to meeting him.
Yeah.
I go
Become
to
close.
Yeah. We're basically friends. You see Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
I go to meet him one time, and my buddy drives me up there, so I
Can
go.
I get another one of these?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh
Thank
hell
you,
yeah,
dude.
same.
Both same kind?
Yeah.
Or I'll take a berry one. It don't matter to me. They're both wonderful. You're a sour guy.
I don't know anything, guy.
You're a booze guy.
Yeah.
I've been to rehab before. This guy was in there was like, people were like, what is your drug of choice? He's like, I'm a trash can. I'll take whatever you have.
Whatever fucks me up.
Whatever you want to put in me.
I do hate rum, but that's it.
Ooh, rum.
Really,
Interesting.
bro?
I hate Hennessy. You
Thank
fuck
you,
with
man.
like cognac? Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Do you?
Mhm.
Dude, I fucking hate it.
I like
thought-
dark liquor.
Really?
Yeah. I
Same
like
with your women? You
scotch.
like dark women?
I've dated a Thai girl, but I never really. That's it. My
Thai
girl-
girl. I know about them Thai. I've been to Thailand, brother.
I used to get that question all the time. You're like, "Does she have a dick?"
Yeah, of course. Anything Thai related at all,
No, but that was,
But look, so I go to meet this guy. Let me just jam my story in here. I go to meet this guy, and I walk up to his vehicle. We're at a gas station. We're at a Shell in Revere Beach here in Pasadena. I walk up to his door. He's by himself, right? There's a woman standing outside of this gas station, just by herself, standing there, looking like a crack whore, right? So I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey," he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, that girl's selling a crack whore selling pussy for $5." He looks at her, he looks at me, he's like, "That's my baby's mom." Bro, when I tell you, he's like, "I don't let her smoke in the car, so I had her stand over there to smoke."
Oh,
bro,
my God.
bro, and there's nothing you can do. There's not like, oh, the other crack whore out of here. It was such a bad look, bro. I'll never forget it in my entire life. I got back in my buddy's car. I'm like, bro, you'll never believe what I just did. Now, if she was walking to the car or away from the car, I don't say it because she could be with him. But just this chick standing out here who I've never seen. Yeah.
I have a story like that. I was doing stand up, and this was definitely like the most awkward, embarrassing moment I ever had on stage. It was at the Barrel House.
Oh, is that what the name Barrel Boys is from?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because that's where we all met and like started up comedy and stuff. So, the guy who runs it, Bailey Storff, his mom was there. God rest her soul. And she's
You
with,
killed her?
No. She's with,
what the fuck did you say?
she's with her boyfriend. And I was doing this joke about cancer, about how it's like this bit that I have about
There's
like
nothing funnier than
how
cancer.
it's not a real ex, but I like had an ex that had cancer and she shaved her head, so I shaved my head with her, and I came back the next day and she had a wig, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's fucking
That is good, bro.
So, but no, I did that, and I was like, I pointed to her boyfriend, and I was like, I bet you wish you had cancer so you could shave whatever's left of that hair. And he goes, I actually have 2 kids that had cancer, and one of them died. And I was
Bro,
like,
the one of them died is crazy. Say it.
and he was like, it's okay though. But I was just, it's funny. I
And
was
you
just
have to be
saying-
like, no, it's
and
not
I was
okay.
like, oh my God. You know what's the most fucked up about that? A week later, Bailey's mom, the woman that was dating this guy, got diagnosed with brain cancer.
Bro, there's no
And
chance
died
that you
from
didn't
it
give that to her.
6 months later. He literally in the group chat was like, thanks for doing the cancer joke. My mom has glioblastoma or whatever it's called.
Some shit you can't pronounce. My mom has stage 6 glioblastoma. Thanks, bro.
It was we did like a benefit for her and everything. Yeah.
No,
she's-
that's actually sad, obviously. We're not laughing
Yeah.
at that part. But damn, dude, that's wild. You just wanted to disappear. I
Yeah.
have 2 kids who have cancer,
was, like,
and one
the
of
worst.
them
And
died.
he, like, come up
but
to
it's
me-
cool.
Because I
don't
know
even
this
say that
guy
part.
well. Like he was there all the time.
Right. So you felt
And
comfortable
I
doing
was like,
the joke.
what the fuck? And he like came out, shook my hand. He was like, and he told me the whole story. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was
reverse
like, I
this?
was just like, I can't believe that.
How do I back up? How do I back up? Nothing
What,
really.
what was the name of the Jewish impression that's similar to sausage and mushroom.
Was ordering the
it's,
bagel.
Oh, the
Or-
bagel and cream cheese.
Bagel.
that
cream
was
cheese.
also like fucking dude.
People love that one.
It's the incremental. You get it's like the you get more cartoonish in the
More
impression,
animated, yeah.
but then more unhinged in the way that you say. But the way it's the incremental thing to me. I think that like because it's not something I would like.
Yeah, it's a common. I
typically.
mean, that's the thing is, it's a common like way of doing comedy. It just gets more and more absurd.
Is it common? Because I saw it, and I thought it was really unique. I thought it was like clever because it's like the
Well, not
unspoken
common in
thing.
the way that like you get like insane and whatever. But like, I mean that's
just keep going extreme.
That trend. I mean, yeah, it's not really, not like the way I do it. I guess is it's not even the first time it's been done, but it's I guess I've like kind of almost made it my trademark in a way. Not that I'm the only one that's ever done it, but like people know me for that, and so like I'll still like people are like, you got to do more food order, and like. I have all these people that follow me for that, so I'm like, I'm not just gonna be like, no, fuck you.
Right.
I'm like bigger than that now. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll make a video. It's gonna get a bunch of views. It's gonna be good for me, good for them.
Yeah.
That's why they follow me, and like, I'm gonna.
I
I'm a
thought
whore.
it was, yeah, of course. This is what
But
you
like
guys want.
it's that common thing of like it starts off like every I Think You Should Leave sketch
Sure.
is just like. It starts off normal,
But he's a unique
and then it just
dude,
winds
yeah.
up going in this fucking
Yes.
ridiculous direction, and it's crazier and crazier. It's no one's been the first person.
It's
that
not
did it.
groundbreaking. I get
It's
it.
not groundbreaking,
but it's cool because it's.
But
like
in the
this,
way I do it, I guess it's different than like you know.
and it's this unspoken thing where you're not going like the more Italian you sound, the more retarded you sound.
Yeah.
But that's like the unspoken, or like the more the more it's like this. You're not. It's I don't know. That's what I found beautiful about it, right? Where without having to hold people's hands, you're just going like, here's this thing.
Right.
You interpret it how you want, but then just the unhinged factor at the very end.
But
Like,
the
you know
impressions
what's
are on point though. They are fucking good. Like that's like what a professional cartoonist doing those crazy.
Yeah, have you ever thought about
Jewish
voice
or-
acting?
I mean,
Honestly?
I definitely would do. I would do anything. I don't.
Dude,
if
I
I could do anything other than what I'm doing right now, I would
Which is
do it.
what? With
Yeah,
this
what are you
podcast?
doing? Tell
You're
us
like
what-
anything but
I do
this podcast.
construction.
Oh, yeah,
shit,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like I work. Well, I was in this construction company, and then we all got laid off, and now I work with my dad for his like, he's like a handyman, so I work with him and do shit, and
Okay.
I'll fucking DoorDash and shit like
Yeah,
that.
whatever you can.
Just whatever I can do to make money.
Yeah.
Fucking play poker and shit online. And,
Degenerate
Oh, that's
gambler.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn, were you there for Full Tilt when that was doing its thing?
No, that was
Full Tilt was awesome.
when I started doing poker. There was no legal poker. There's still no legal poker
Right.
sites in Maryland, but now they have like the sweeps thing where you buy like a coin and then you gamble with that coin and then you redeem that coin for money.
This little loophole.
Yeah. And then Bet Online was another one I was on for a while, which is all crypto and stuff. But no, and then so like whatever I can do to get money. Literally. So like if I got a gig being like, yo, we'll do voice acting, like I don't literally anything.
for sure. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
regular acting too. Honestly,
Yeah,
I can see you
acting, too.
doing for certain.
I would love to. I mean, that's
Yeah.
definitely like
You go
I mean,
New
I'll be
York?
honest. I've heard a lot of impressions, but you have definitely one of the top 100. Top
Dude,
100.
at least those two.
Well, he's
The Brooklyn slash the
he's
Jewish
in the
guy-
top 10 or 20
Amazing.
Indian Trump impressions.
Oh, I didn't even hear that one.
one?
Yeah, I haven't heard this one. I haven't heard that
Give
one.
me
we
a
are
little
going to have.
Give him a little taste.
We are going to put a 100% tax cut on Bob's and Wajane.
This is what.
They took away the Bobs. Can you
Oh my
believe it?
Bro, it's like the fact
When I was
that-
telling you,
Why
he
are you
has
gay?
fucking. It's his ears, dude.
It's-
Like the way to be able to do something like that, you have to be able to hear it. Like
Yeah,
right.
it's just so
honestly,
funny, though. It's like
do you have like a German or a Swedish? Because like honestly, I think you need to keep doing the
No,
impressions,
it's one of
too.
those things where I will have to because I can't. I mean, if I really sat down and tried to do like
Sure.
a Scottish accent, I could obviously work on it. And
But
shit.
there's so many Indian impressions, right? There's so many Trump
That was
impressions.
fucking
Well, I
So
do
to
an
do
Indian
it-
accent all the time.
Well, right,
I'm
but
always fucking.
There's nothing
it's my
funnier.
favorite accent.
By the way,
to
there's
do.
nothing funnier.
That's good.
There is nothing funnier.
When I got
than
into
the
this
Indian
car
accent.
accident, I was dead ass in the
Ouch!
middle.
Oh my god!
In the middle of my no. I was like passing this car. I was like, I'm trying to get past all these cars, buddy. Boom! Got hit.
Stay in the bit.
This mid
Oh,
Indian
no,
accent.
this is not good.
No, I was not.
You're the bit stopped.
After I knew I broke my wrist, I was like, oh fuck.
oh fuck, you're white as hell.
I wish I had a dash cam to see, because that would go viral in a millisecond.
Oh, my
We'd be like,
God.
okay, but because this guy behind me was honking, he's like, okay, buddy, I'm going. I'm trying to pass the car. Boom.
So your inner dialogue is Indian.
Well, my
at this
girlfriend
point.
was in the car too, and I always
Quit
do my.
bragging.
She loves. She loves when I do my Indian accent.
She loves
I
my,
also
she
love,
loves my slurs.
Even on that one of the Happy podcasts, I just constantly fuck with scammers.
It's so funny. Oh, really? I haven't seen that
cool.
yet.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The Indian Trump thing's so funny because, you know, when you hear a person doing an impression, right? It's like, okay, they're making their voice sound that way. But with Trump, it's such an inflection and timing
it's all
thing.
personality.
Yeah. So it was just so clever to me. I mean, obviously, for you, it's probably simple. You're like, I like this accent. This one's not. But to see someone doing an Indian Trump is like, A, you don't get that. You know? And it was just like, B, this is so funny. Because an Indian one is funny and a Trump one's funny. So to combine them, it was just like the mannerisms. Dude, I was cracking up.
That one didn't. I was scared to post that one, but it didn't blow up, luckily. So
yeah. Speaking of scared to post, I was curious which because I know you know when you're in the comedy scene, it's like it's not just within 20 minutes, right? There's within a couple hours, you're like doing shows and shit.
Yeah.
Where do you find that the most pussy people are? Like the most people who are most sensitive to the jokes, like the edgy stuff. What area would you
like
say?
crowd wise?
Yeah.
Definitely
Is there a specific
like
DC?
definitely like liberal areas for sure.
Oh, so but that's all of them though, no? Like all city.
No, I mean like Hartford County,
Oh,
like
right.
up where we were
I'm
doing the
thinking of,
open
like,
mic,
Hamden
dude.
and
You
shit,
would.
like-
I may or may not have said some slurs up there.
Yeah.
Like
Well, if you wanted a
Maybe.
standing
No.
ovation.
no, but it's when you get into like the more rural, like they don't give a fuck area.
Yeah.
That's what they like.
Right.
There's definitely a few words in some of my bits that I have to switch around when I'm doing comedy, and like I did a Don't Tell show in Mount Vernon, which is like the gay area in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I just knew the second I started doing my black accent for the gym joke, I could tell they were like, oh,
You could feel the energy shift. Dude, I got shit one time for calling it the gay area.
yeah, no.
I'm
it's
like,
definitely the gay area.
I'm like, I didn't say it hatefully. I'm just
Yeah.
like, the gay part. And they're like,
Which
what
area?
do you mean the Mount Vernon? It's just
Oh,
a gay
okay.
area of Baltimore. It's like literally just known for being gay, not good or bad. But so I was talking to somebody one time that I had met a woman, and I said something about, she's like, I live near Mount Vernon. I'm like, oh, the gay area. And she's like, what do you mean the gay area? I'm like, what? I was like, there's a miss. You think I'm trying to be hateful or like a way. It was just a very telling. I didn't know it
it's like, I don't know. People try to always act self-righteous by like, oh, you noticed something? It's like, no, it's no.
people
it's
are
a
different?
Known, it's a known thing. Like, you go to West Baltimore, tends to be a lot more black people than when you go
Yeah.
to Falston, Maryland.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
for
Sorry, Rachel. I go to Mount Vernon to get my dick sucked, so I know it's the gay area.
every guy I fucked down there has been gay.
That's what I'm
So
saying. I used to make a joke about someone I knew when I was young who ended up being gay, and I used to hang out with him a bunch when I was young, and people would be like, "Did you know he was gay?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't know for sure, but the way he would gargle the balls when we were children, he was sucking my dick one time. He had nail polish on, so it was really telling." If aliens came here, who would you send as the ambassador for the humans? Assuming they're not here already.
oh man.
Setting aside lizard people.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Damn. I'm trying to think of someone that would be
And Hulk Hogan's dead, so you gotta pick someone. Whoever's your number two, obviously.
Oh my god. Obviously Trump would be funny.
Dude, we should
You're
see
not
Mom
doing it
an
right.
Indian
Mars,
Trump.
we're gonna put 100% tariff on Mars.
Dude,
You guys
100%
are
Martian
gay.
terror.
What
You
is
know the thing about
Trump's,
Martians is they're gay.
What's tremendous sound in the Indian Trump accent?
Tremendous.
He's always saying things.
Very-
It's just
Tremendous. Tremendous.
tremendous. Oh God, that's so
Dude,
good.
bro.
Fuck. Who would be a good one though? It would have to be someone that like fucking like Bad Baby or something.
Yeah,
Just, like,
exactly.
Stupid as shit.
I was gonna go Kardashian, but that's
like the
yeah,
movie
something
Idiocracy.
exactly. Just something either.
It's like y'all ratchet up here.
Catch me outside.
Yeah, my mom's racist. Like what?
Or Sydney Sweeney. They'd all be like, "Wow, Earth is awesome."
we're actually gonna stay for a while, dude. Sydney Sweeney's tits alone, not even her, just her tits we have represent, dude. They've gotten more. I didn't even know who she was before I knew her tits. You know, it's like I've heard about her tits way before I heard about her. What does she do? She's an actress.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's an actress. She was in Euphoria, and
Okay.
obviously she sold low. Same thing happened with Margot Robbie, where it's like these insanely hot actors, like their first big break, they're like, "You want to do a nude scene?" They're like, "Sure." And maybe it's part of what blew them up, but it's like now she's so famous, she would never do a nude
Right,
scene now
right.
unless you're like cutting a huge
Sure.
check.
Or
Margot
you're-
Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street, that was probably her first like really
Talk
big
about it.
role. Full frontal.
What are we talking?
She's never doing that
Bro.
at
No.
this rate.
That Margot Robbie's unbelievable.
Sydney Sweeney had like 6 different nude scenes in Euphoria because she was like a not that known actor.
Oh,
Euphoria
damn.
is just
I'm
child
gonna watch
porn.
the-
It's just high school.
I've never
I tried
seen it.
watching
I've
It's
never
not-
seen
I
it.
didn't like it, dude. I just.
Well, it's
it
because
was-
everyone in high school. I've been in high school. Nobody was like, I have
what
a
I'm
heroin
saying.
problem, and I'm also a drug dealer, and I have awesome tits.
Right. Thank
And my
you.
dad's fucking the trans student or whatever
Yeah,
the fuck. There were some
it's-
wild storylines in there. Sydney Sweeney's tits, though. Shout out to them.
Did
We
you
can put
guys?
a picture of them up here.
Did you see Game of Thrones by chance?
I never watched it full on, but I've definitely watched
You
some
know the-
episodes. Oh yeah, there's tons of
The
tits in there.
Daenerys, the Lady of Dragons. What's her
Yeah,
name?
the
Mother
one
of
with the
Dragons.
blonde hair.
Daenerys, yeah.
Same deal. She throws her shit in the beginning, and then like every time after that,
Body
it's
double.
all body double.
Yeah.
Yeah, dicks.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy. It's like
I don't even know who I'm jerking
we've
off to.
already seen them.
Yeah,
I can
now-
Google this right now.
I'm jerking off to a stranger, you know?
They're
When I could just-
paying you money.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, there was
Whatever.
a Daenerys Targaryen chatbot that convinced some autistic kid to kill himself. That's not funny, but it did happen.
Well, it's not funny.
yeah,
not funny.
it's not. It's not.
But also,
But it did happen, and there was like a court case about it. You know, they were trying to sue it, and it was like,
Holy shit.
yeah, it was pretty dark. They took his phone away from him, and then he took it back. And basically, he was like, "What if I said I could come to you right now?" Like, it didn't say "go kill yourself." It was just like this weird like implication. You know, it's just supposed to. All chatbots do is hype up what you say.
Yeah.
You'll be like, "Hey, what temperature is it today?" And it'll be like, "Wow, so smart of you to ask." Like, it literally does this
You're a
such
big
an art.
boy.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you're so smart. You probably have such a big boy dick. It's a callback. Would you rather kill 100 puppies or one baby?
100 puppies, all pit bull puppies.
Yeah, I was about to say you actually haven't been.
I will do it. No ultimatum.
I'll do it.
No,
No
ultimatum.
ultimatum. If you put
Personally?
100 pit bull puppies in here, I'm stomping.
How many? Okay, if hypothetically,
what if it's baby Hitler?
I mean, am I going to go to jail?
Listen, no, and we don't know that Hitler is going to become Hitler until all the things that happened to Hitler became. I don't know.
I've
It's just
heard
it's baby Hitler.
Well, here's this. I've heard that timeline is the one that actually exists, and because people came back and tried to hurt him, it's what turned him into Hitler.
There you go, dude.
Well,
we
the
don't know.
butterfly
We don't
effect,
know.
you never
Ooh.
know. Maybe no Hitler, maybe no me. I
Yeah.
don't know what could
That's
happen.
a good point. That's a good point.
It's butterfly. I don't want to fuck with. I
Kill
like
them
my
dogs.
life.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I like how
Fuck it.
everything is.
I love dogs, but
I don't think
we're
I would
doing.
do anything different in the past other than maybe not get into this car accident. That kind of sucked. I don't know. God has a plan, and I trust
Oh,
it.
the
so
dog
I'm not
attack
worried
was
about that.
fine. The car accident.
What?
Well, you were saying about changing things. You would change the car accident you got into, but not the
Well, I totaled my girlfriend's car, and my wrist is broken. And
awful. But you also got attacked by a dog and almost died. You wouldn't have changed that.
yeah, but that
instead?
I mean that no, but we got a law passed in Maryland. Like
Oh, good
we
point.
helped a bunch of families.
only
that
in
were
Maryland,
in
it wasn't
similar
a national
situation.
law.
What law was it? Redlining or what? What did you get passed for the
there was a pit bull law or a dog law.
Yeah, well, because what
mass discrimination?
I don't even think it's in place anymore. But what happened was you used to be able to, if a dog would attack you, it's a property issue because dogs aren't people. So they used to be able to say like I didn't have any notification that this dog was dangerous, and
Any
they used to be able to claim like, you know,
Whoopsies.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
We declared that pit bulls are inherently dangerous, and you can't own a pit bull and not know that it's capable of fucking somebody up. It's just like you can't own a gun
It's like willful ignorance
and not know
Yeah.
that it's gonna be dangerous.
Okay.
Well, my gun's never shot anybody before. It's like no kid's ever accidentally grabbed my gun before and shot himself in the head. It's like no, you own a gun, it's dangerous. That's enough.
I asked my buddy Sean one time, I'm like, if you could go back to any time, if you had a time machine and go anywhere in the world, where would it be? He goes, I'd go back to the night my parents met and stop them.
Jesus.
I'm like, dude, that is like morbid.
The most notable detail for me was like the fact that you were like, okay, you were obviously wriggling for the beginning of the dog attack. And
Wait,
then
what was the word?
Wriggling.
The fuck
Fucking
is that?
shaking around, dude. He's
Okay.
fucking
Wriggling.
like
Okay.
yeah. So, but that once you stopped moving was when the dog was like, I'm bored.
Yeah,
That's
he was trying to
what,
kill me.
It's like what a bear does. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
talking about like domesticated animals anymore.
But listen, dude, that's the thing about squeaky toys. It genuinely is the sound of an animal. Like,
Yeah,
that
that's
they're
what it's
crushing.
supposed to mimic.
Exactly. All these little
That's
cute dogs chewing the
fair.
squeaky toy. It's
It's
inherent.
That's fair.
hitting their primal instinct of
It's
like
fight
this
or
is an
flight.
animal crying
Yup.
out for me to kill it.
Literally, and it's so funny because
true.
it'll be the most adorable little wiener dog.
That's-
It's like chewing
yeah.
this little thing. It looks like a hot dog, you know?
Yeah, and in their head it's some animal like, no, God, please, no.
In their head, they got Dom's femoral femoral artery in their fucking
Exactly.
canines, bro. Yeah, for real though. I mean, at the end of the day, they're wolves.
They
yeah,
are.
but it's the person that like I'm with you. A pit bull has a jaw that's like serious. Like you do
Fast twitch muscles.
but like if you are an
Dude, I'm a
aggressive
beer and a half deep.
They
Don't
have an-
make me get in this debate right now.
I'm
They
just
have an extra
saying-
bone.
Don't
I'm
make me
saying
get in this debate.
Pit bulls have some extra bone. I think.
Animals will be like their owner. If you're an aggressive human, you can't have a pit bull because you're gonna have aggressive pit bull. That's all I'm saying. If you're a sweet
argument.
human being, you have a pit bull in your house that would never. You know
I'm out of here. No, I'm kidding.
It's not mine.
That's
It's
fair,
a
that's fair,
tenant.
that's fair.
No, what the only thing I'll
I
say on
barely live
that,
here.
Yeah.
because is yes, the owner does play a part in it. The whole argument is based off of any dog can bite,
Sure.
right? Certain
Fact.
dogs are bred for certain things.
And certain dogs are better at biting.
Yeah.
Certain dogs are much more capable of
Objectively.
fucking you up.
For sure,
Objectively.
You
dude.
think the pit bulls are all the only dogs that you think? That's the other thing people don't get is that they kill 66% of the people that are killed by dogs. They're not the only dogs that bite
Oh,
people
hold
by a
on.
long shot.
Right.
Hold on. So
sure.
the statistics thing earlier. I
No, this
thought
is
that
a
was
real-
a complete joke, but that's
No,
hilarious.
that's a real statistic.
No, that's
No,
so,
the way
Do you
you
know
say
how
it
often
earlier,
I get
I
into
was
this
like-
argument?
yeah.
Constantly. No, it's every dog's gonna bite. Pit bulls don't even bite people as much as other dogs because, like, golden retrievers are one of the most commonly reported dog bites because more
No.
people own them. There's more golden
People think
retrievers,
they're friendly and they're everywhere.
and there's
and
well, there's
Dalmatians
also just
and German Shepherds are cunts.
there's
Well,
also just
German-
way more golden retrievers.
right. They're
but
so
Also, these dogs are bred for fighting and for violence. They were bred to literally fight a bull in a pit. That's why they're called a pit bull. They're bred
Right.
to tame bulls. That's why pit bulls have. I mean, bulls would have the fucking bull ring on their nose.
I'm
They
gonna
grab
take
that
your word.
fucking-
That's nuts. Really?
Yeah, so they're bred for that. Just like a herding dog, you don't have to train it to nip at a fucking
Right.
kid's ankles when it's walking. They herd things. A retriever, naturally, you come home, it goes and grabs you a fucking shoe, and
Retrieves
my
things,
my
right.
golden retriever does it all the time. Pit bull, most dogs bite you to try to fucking be like, get away. These dogs are just like, this is it, boom, and they don't have a lockjaw. That's a myth. What
Good
it
to
is
know.
they have
I didn't know
such
that.
they have such strong jaws that it's like if you took your calf muscle and put it in your face, and they have bite stamina, which means that, like, you know, if you're holding something and eventually you get tired,
Right, your
they
strength
can
is-
hold it fucking
Oh,
forever.
So that's where the lockjaw myth is. It's
Yes.
not that it's locked. It's just
Yeah.
that they have that much strength.
they have their initial bite. They don't even have the
Oof.
strongest bite force.
Mm.
Like German Shepherds, I think, have the highest bite force PSI.
But duration.
But pit
Interesting.
bulls have way more muscular endurance. So they can hold, it's still a high bite
That's so
force, but they can hold
interesting.
that exact force.
It might as well be
for
called
way
lockjaw.
longer.
Like, you know what I mean? Though
It's like when you
Yeah.
fight a guy that's super strong, like the UFC, there's a guy that's super fucking strong and scary, and a guy that's got really good cardio. Because that guy's really strong and scary for the first 2 rounds. But this guy's the same level
Right.
all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So eventually he's stronger
yeah.
later on in the
Especially
fight.
if he keeps going.
Yeah.
Which pit bulls are like, you know, when they're going, they're going.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
so that's why people can't fucking get them off because there's never a point 30 seconds in, 2 minutes in where they get tired and you can pull them off. They're
I heard
the
if you
same
stick your
fucking-
thumb in their ass, they'll let go. You heard of that?
I have
Yeah.
heard that, but
I heard that too. I heard if you shoot them, it's even better.
I'm getting attacked by a pit bull. My thumb's up my own ass. I'm like, it's not working. Yeah. Well, you still have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Squad, even with the cast.
Yeah, I know. Well, she was in the car. when
Oh,
we
she's
got to-
okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She got a black eye. It's 'cause-
From the accident?
yeah,
Come
I
on,
was just
brother.
so frustrated.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't break
Come
my
on,
wrist in
brother.
the accident. No,
Yeah.
she smashed her face into the window.
How's the
pretty
other
rough.
person? Dead?
She's fine.
Oh, okay.
She like bruised her
Whose fault?
knees.
Indian accent?
I'm currently in an investigation.
insurance
and
asks.
cannot devolve any information
Fair enough.
right now
I
because
respect
it's still
that.
still
Open case, boys.
pending.
I respect that. I asked you which the area is most sensitive about jokes, which is just like basically any city, you know, because all the
Yeah.
cities are liberal. You know what I mean? Even if they're in a red area, the city itself, you know, is usually.
Well, I don't know. Harrisburg, we're up in Harrisburg, PA, doing this
Oh,
comedy
anything in PA is
competition.
probably red. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not Philly probably, but yeah, I mean Harrisburg's been pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess you don't have a Kensington if it's Republican.
Right.
You just go out and shoot the fiends.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, yeah. If you're nodding out, you get killed. Did you make a bit about the pit bull? Did you turn
haven't,
that into
no.
a comedy bit at all?
I've made a couple skits about it
Okay.
that went viral, and I love it. I was just arguing with people in the comments.
Yeah.
And shit.
Well, it's like, you know,
It was a meme. It was like I'll just tell you what it was real quick. It
please.
was just like a woman being like fucking what did I even say? He's like, it's the owner, not the breed. My dogs never killed any people, only cats. The baby probably started it. You don't know. And the caption's like, pit bull owners when a pit bull eats an infant alive for simply existing within 100 feet.
yeah, something.
And so I knew it was going to go viral.
To shreds.
Oh, dude, I lost like 600 followers on the anniversary of my
it.
pit bull attack because I posted about it, about me getting attacked, and then I just went on this whole thing on like Instagram stories being like, these dogs suck. You suck if you own them.
Yeah, good for you. And fuck them. Fuck them 600, you know?
As a person who loves pit bulls, I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's how we should all live our lives.
I have friends and family that own pit bulls. I don't
There's some beautiful
okay, like
pit
I'm
bulls
obviously
out there.
joking,
Yeah,
but
But there's a
friends,
lot
like,
of
I'm
dick
not-
pit bulls. What are we doing? You know?
I have black friends. Literally, it's the same thing. It
I
is
know.
so fun.
I swear to
Maybe
God.
that's the bit.
Dude, the statistics and everything, I swear to God, it's all the same shit. It's just like,
Honestly, that
swear.
might be the bit. I might steal this right
Dude,
now.
Hey,
yeah,
dude.
please do. We'll cut it.
We helped you write it. Fuck that. It's, you know.
But no, it's like I've met very nice pit bulls. I don't immediately hate a pit bull. I obviously don't. I'm being satirical when I'm
But
saying
if you're
I'd
walking
fucking
down an
kill.
alley and there's a big
Oh,
pit
yeah.
bull, you're going to cross the street.
I'm never like when I have children. I'm never gonna be like the guy that's like, okay,
here's
maybe
the
he's
thing,
nice.
why
I'm not
risk it?
allowing
Yeah.
that at all. I mean, like, don't even get that thing fucking near me. I don't care if I'm rude. I don't care if you dislike me for it.
and
I'm
you-
not. I'd rather you think I'm rude than my fucking kid
That's
get its
Patrice
face
O'Neal.
ripped off.
Patrice O'Neal
Sorry.
goes, I'd rather you call me racist than have me stabbed. to death."
Exactly,
He's
yeah.
like, if I see a black person at night in the alley, I'm going to cross the street. You can call me racist, but I'd rather be racist than dead or a victim or whatever.
Exactly.
And he's black, so he's allowed to say it. So in the same way that, like, because you had that experience happen to you, you're kind of like, it's like black people are allowed to
I
say
know
the
it can
N-word.
happen.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, your opinion seems so much more justified, right? You're like, look, I'm not even saying they're all terrible, because you're not. It's like, it's a measured take.
But they're all dangerous.
But they're all gross and have shitty credit.
They're not all.
I mean,
mean.
every dog is dangerous, though, right? Like you said, every dog can bite.
Yeah.
But at the same time, inherently, objectively, take all feelings out of it.
Yeah.
A wiener dog, a dachshund,
Yeah.
versus a pit bull.
You're
You
in the
know-
middle of an alley. You see a pit bull and a golden
It's
retriever.
literally-
Which way are you running?
Right.
You running
Well,
towards the
now
golden
that I
retriever?
know that the golden
Now
retrievers
that you got
bite
the
more
stat.
people, dog,
Well, even still,
I don't
you know the full
know,
stat.
man.
Stamina.
Yeah, but I mean, golden
You'd rather
retriever.
get the nip. You'd
a
rather
golden
get the
retriever
nip.
will bite you.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's not gonna-
But the
it's not gonna
thing
get the
is,
femoral
here's the
artery.
thing: if you
That dog was aiming for that
if
artery.
you fight a golden retriever, no one is going to take your side.
Exactly.
If I have to go toward
It's like
the
when
pit
you're.
bull,
It's like when they
I
see
have
us.
to go toward the pit bull in this situation.
It's
Otherwise,
like
I'm
when
gonna be
when a
an asshole.
viral video of someone freaking out in a Chick-fil-A goes viral, and they're like, "There's no way you're in the right." Chick-fil-A is the best place. ever.
I just beat up Airbud. I can't be in the right. I have to fight the fucking pit bull. You
Yeah.
have to in that situation. Don't pick a fucking golden retriever. That's a bad dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm picking the golden retriever.
That's the American dog, though.
That's why I'm fighting it.
The world's gonna hate you.
The world already hates me.
I mean,
Nah.
you know,
the ones who know me, you know.
Yeah, the one. That know you.
I had people threatening me in the DMs.
I
Oh,
believe
dude,
it,
people
dude.
take it
Dogs,
so
people take.
se-
Yeah, it's
I had one
ridiculous.
dude. I
It's
never replied to him, but he was like, "Man, if I ever see you out in public, I'm gonna smack the dog shit out of you." Blah blah. Like, don't let me catch you out
Pun
here. And
intended.
I'm like, dude, yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, I post where I'm at like twice a week for comedy shows.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm literally advertising where I'll be.
yeah, like literally, like it ain't hard to find.
And
me.
also imagine wanting to physically harm somebody because of some take they posted. It's
which you
No.
almost certainly go to jail for.
yeah,
in this
yeah,
situation,
but like,
you
it
know what I
misses
mean?
someone talking, but,
But
it's
I
just
know,
so
but
funny to have
they
that.
know that that's what's going.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, they know they're not going to do anything. It's just funny.
Well, exactly. It's like nobody that's actually going to do something is going to leave a paper trail.
Yeah.
That's all somebody trying to act hard and. Well, I know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, there's an entire
most-
rap scene based on people rapping about killing people. But
And it's booming.
yeah,
Dude, the drill
Business
scene
is a booming.
God
The drill
damn
scene
good.
is a booming.
God damn.
Dude, you
good
watch
fucking-
Trapper Ross? Do you know who that
Oh,
is?
dude, I was just.
Do you? I love this.
Yeah, the whole dude. I watched the whole like King Von series
Bro.
about him talking about all the.
Dude, okay, so I've talked about it on here
He's
before,
like,
but the
and King Von tweets at Ki and says, "Damn, shorty, you kind
Bro,
of bad for an
hearing
I'm trying to
anyone-
hit that. You don't have to act tough."
It's just like the most gutter rap you've ever heard in your life, and literally just these children murdering each other in the streets of Chicago. And he's just like, "Whoopsies!" Wait, he'll be like, "Dude," and
Well,
like
King
you said-
Von references smoking on Tuka.
literally, bro, like break down the slang. Now, when they say hats, what they mean, it's like, bro,
So I'm going to eat some cereal. Possibly a reference to him becoming a serial killer.
Bro, which by the way is like the most bizarre shit. I've made the joke that I want to show my stepdad, like that documentary, just because like just an old middle-aged white guy would just be like, what their brain would melt.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like a war zone, right? Like I love that you watch that, but
dude, whenever I play like poker tournaments online or something, I'll just pop on a random whatever comes up that I'm like,
dude, they're so good. It's better than any documentary on Netflix.
and I'll just listen to the background, like if I fold a hand, I'm just watching, and he's just like got screenshots of King Von's tweets. He's just reading them. And
as
like,
far as a blatant killer, did you watch the one on Bloodhound Jeff?
no,
That was fun. He got.
I think the only Trap Lord Ross I've ever seen was the King Von shit.
That was like a 5-hour documentary.
Yeah,
so.
well, he has like 2 different ones. He has one that's like 3 hours long that I watched the whole thing.
So
And
good.
then he has like another shorter one that's kind of goes through the same stuff, but it's only like an hour long.
Yeah. So good. I mean, so good. I can't believe how in depth they are. I'm just like, and he like, dude, it's just crazy too because there will be people who are still alive that he'll just be like, yeah, this guy murdered this guy. And he's not caught for it. It's just like, imagine getting away with a murder and then some dickhead in the UK is like, Justin killed this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, the cops
I mean, it's not like they're trying to hide it. I mean, they
Yeah,
fucking
it's true.
immediately
It's
go on
true.
Twitter and
It's
they're
true.
like, who died?
right.
Smoking on duck.
Bro,
all right,
it is-
dude.
Yeah.
It really is crazy. I don't know.
People don't realize how crazy it's gotten.
I
They're
guess
like,
I did give him too much credit by being like, no one's ever gonna fuck a damn. Like, dude, people make like Billboard hits.
It's
talking
true.
about
Well,
dudes
'cause
that they
you,
killed.
You look at it through your mind, right? Because it's hard to not be biased, right? We're looking at it through our brain. Like no one's going to do that intentionally, but people are retarded. It's like people they're doing shit for clout, and it's like when people are dying for a $4,000 watch or to get bragging rights. It's like people.
Dude,
It's real. People are actually dying. They're real life crimes. Like people think it's a joke, and then you watch the documentary, you're like, oh wow, people are literally dying.
Yeah.
And they can't squash the beef. They'll say, why can't you squash it? He's like, he killed my brother.
Yeah.
My brother died in my arms when I was 14. Like I will ride until the
People tend to think about people, which I guess I just did with that fucking guy, but people tend to think about people through how they
Their
would
filter.
think.
Yep.
And
Hard
like
not
it's
to.
the same thing. Like I have a couple friends of mine that live in the city, and they're like, you know, they're from suburban areas, and they tend to buy into that whole thing of like, oh, Baltimore's not that dangerous. All you have to do is blah, blah, blah. And then they'll walk home from the bars like 3 miles, and I'm like, are you guys fucking insane? Like, you don't think you're gonna get robbed? You don't think they're gonna see some frat white dude walking home and they think that's the easiest money? And they, well, dude. Fucking, I'm on a main street with cameras everywhere. They're not. What are they going to pull up and shoot me? I'm like, you're thinking like you right now.
Yep.
You're not.
thinking
These
like
people
a guy.
do shit in broad day all the time.
Right.
They're
So-
not thinking about that. They will shoot you and go to prison for it and be shocked that they got caught.
Take your shoes off and put the shoes on of the shoes that have holes in them, right?
Yeah.
From a crackhead who hasn't been asleep in 4 days.
Yeah.
And he sees it come up. Like,
Right.
look, you might get home 98 times out of 99.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one
Exactly.
time for this motherfucker to, it's like, obviously they're trying to gentrify it, like they do everything.
Yeah.
So there's like enough froyo around to where people feel safe. But 2 blocks away, they're selling
Oh my God.
heroin to
That's
an
the-
open air drug market.
That's all Baltimore is. It's the nicest neighborhood
Bro,
you've
there's
ever
no
been
in-between.
in. And then a block away is the fucking projects. Everywhere you go in Baltimore.
Literally, there's no in between. It's like here's a spot where they were selling smack, forever, and then they gentrify, right? So they buy out all the houses, they kick out the black people, they put in the fucking girls in the yoga pants, who are doing yoga at Patterson Park, right? And then all they do is just move them people right outside of it, right outside of it.
And then that's the other thing is they don't think like, well, I'm in this area. I'm like, you don't think the people that are in the hood and the trenches you don't think they realize that they're not going to get any money by robbing somebody else in the trenches? No, they're going to go, oh, that chick that works from home and makes $120K a year that lives in a $700,000 house lives 2 blocks away. I'm going to go over there. They do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then they walk through these neighborhoods and like, oh, what? No, they're not that dumb to do that. I'm like, these guys are career criminals.
Right. And then there will be people that are so attached to the Baltimore safe thing, like as they're getting robbed, they're like, this is a once in a while.
Yeah.
These guys are really down on their luck. Like they
I know.
can't even admit it. They're attached to the thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. If you were armed with only a baseball bat, right? And there was an unlimited amount of 10-year-olds attacking you, and they all had motorcycle helmets on, how many do you think you'd get through before they overtook you? Realistically. So right now in his head, he's having
realistically,
to
a lot
do
of
this, which is fun.
you'd have to have some pretty badass 10-year-olds to see me crack a kid with a baseball bat and then want to come at me.
That's what Mike says. That's so funny you say that. Mike's literal thing is make an example. The first thing you do is make an example.
You crack one kid over the head with a baseball bat. It's gonna be rare to find another 10-year-old that's like, I don't give a fuck.
Bro, that is exactly what Mike's point was. And I haven't spoken on the psychology of these 10-year-olds or why they're trying to get you, but you're right. If you crack a 10-year-old really good, the other ones are probably dipping.
Now, if I was put in like a video game situation where their intensity is put to 99.
Yeah, it's like zombie level or something,
then,
right?
Yeah, like Call of Duty.
Yeah. You'll
Nazi
get overtaken at
zombies.
some point. There's a number though. You're moving around. Let's say you don't have a broken wrist. You're moving around.
And I have a baseball bat.
You have one baseball bat. They all have helmets on, but nothing else. They have no weapons. They have sticky little fingers, you know?
The helmets don't really do shit.
Not much. They don't make the bat bounce.
You could also get a crack in the ribs. That's
I was about to say,
I'd
I'd go kneecaps, clavicle, ribs.
Yeah.
Yep. Smart. Now you're thinking.
What age did we say?
Now, are they coming at me in waves, like one after one?
Another great question,
Yeah.
clarifying question. We don't know the waves or not. Because then it would be like
Is it going to be like Nazi zombies where like it's round one and there's like three that are kind of walking at me,
listen.
and then by round 20 they're like sprinting at me?
Right. I've always said they're.
Can I rebuild barriers?
Yeah, that's what
can I
I said.
buy
Put
an
the
update?
wood
Can I
up?
buy a bat with nails in it?
I've always said they're as organized as 10-year-olds would be. So
Right.
they're sloppy, but they're not specific waves. But they're, but
It's
that does make all the
10-year-old
difference.
soccer, and you're the ball. I mean,
They're all coming for you.
they're just all coming at you.
You're gonna get
I
overtaken.
feel like I could go into the point where I just literally passed out from exhaustion, which probably wouldn't be long.
I was about to say, so give us a number though, because I don't disagree. That's kind of what everyone's going to get beat by eventually,
Yeah.
right? You're going to get overtaken.
Unless
can't
you
just
make
kill
such an
infinite
example.
10-year-olds.
If you say infinite, bro, it's like, come on.
You're gonna pass out at
Yeah,
some
you're
point.
gonna need water. at some
I
point.
think I could probably make it through 100 easy.
Ooh.
I mean,
Have you swung a bat recently?
yeah.
You an athletic guy? You were on a wrestling
He is
team. So that's
28. That
athletic.
helps.
Well, wrestling too is a hard sport, you know. Like, as
Yeah.
far as-
I'm not.
The
I
other
wouldn't
sports,
say I'm
cutting weight.
athletic. I was good at wrestling,
But that's
good
a lot,
enough.
dude, because it's like baseball players don't have to cut weight and shit. And like you said,
Yeah.
there's not any like blaming your teammates. Like you said, you go out
Yeah.
on the mat and you're like, oh, that guy's better than me.
Yeah.
he kicked my ass. Like, and there's something.
I'm definitely not in as good a shape now. If you're talking about me when I was wrestling, I was way lighter. I was like 120 pounds, same height in high school, maybe an inch shorter. I was probably like 5'11".
Lean, mean fight machine.
5'11", walked around at 130, cut to 120.
How was weight cutting?
But I was in way better shape. Weight cutting wasn't that hard for me.
Really?
No, because I really like
Because
if
of
I
your build?
yeah. Well, I was. I
I've
mean,
heard horror stories about it.
oh no, I knew guys that
Have to
fucking
wear trash
suffered.
bag-
But
yeah, like
the
dying.
most it had to be for me was the day of the match. I just wouldn't eat or drink anything,
Okay.
and then that was it. I know, like my buddy Stefan, is a professional boxer, and he was a wrestler too. And when he weight cuts, he has to cut like 25 pounds sometimes.
Dude.
So he'll like
You'll see,
2 weeks
you'll
out.
see fighters like
He'll 2 weeks out be eating like 600 calories a
Bro.
day.
chewing on ice through a towel. Like there's that one of Khabib, I think. He's chewing on ice through a towel in front of
Yeah.
Dana White just to keep the weight down and trick his brain into thinking he's getting it.
Yeah.
Chewing on ice through a towel, bro. Like,
I mean, the
half
day of, I would go to the water fountain and just let water run through my mouth and spit
Even
it out.
that, bro, is a high school. Dude, it's just such the level. That's crazy. That just the level of
is
that.
crazy.
Put a
Again,
trash bag on, wear it to school.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
was- yeah.
Slamming
I mean,
creatine.
Well, I guess because when you're 130 and you have to cut 10 pounds, that is like 8% of your body weight. So,
at 10 pounds is a lot of.
but at that point it's all water and stuff. When it gets really tough is when you're getting into like cutting muscle and fat, and because that takes real, like actual
degradation.
fucking
Like, you
cutting.
need to
That's like
actually
you have to
deteriorate.
starve your body.
Right. You have to actually deteriorate.
All I
yourself.
had to do was not eat or drink the day of, maybe 48 hours before.
What do you you say it like it's like not a big deal. For me, I don't know, man.
I still do
48
that.
hours?
I do that once a year still.
fast.
Well, you're a good person.
I'm Greek Orthodox, so for Greek Easter,
Wait,
which
what
is
the fuck is that? The Greeks are religion?
Greek Orthodox, it's the same as Russian Orthodox. It's just Orthodox Christianity.
Oh,
it's all the
okay,
same
okay,
thing,
okay.
but I'm just Greek.
Got it.
so,
Got it.
Every year, it's more of a challenge at this point. Although I have become more religious as I've gotten older, but me, my brother, and my dad and my dad's not even Greek. He just likes to do the challenge with us because he's cool. We will, because it's for 40 days before Holy Week, which is the week of
So like
Easter.
Lent.
It's the same thing. It's
Okay.
Lent. But Catholics and everyone get to pick what they give up. They're like, I'm going to give up Maker's Mark. We go fully vegan.
For 40 days?
40 days.
Love that.
Vegan, and I gave up alcohol this year too.
40 days?
40 days. I
That
did
sucks.
give myself Orioles opening day to drink.
As you should.
And St. Patty's
That's
Day.
what God would want, let's be honest.
And St. Patty's
Look,
Day.
it keeps adding. Also, that one Sunday.
Yeah. So I had 2 days. Well, that's the other thing in Lent and Catholic. You're
Cheat on
allowed
Sunday.
You're allowed to cheat on Sunday.
Bro, I remember, so I grew up Catholic. I remember like giving up chocolate, right? And then it was like I was playing soccer at the time, so Sunday was the soccer game, but it was also cheat day. It was like I'd get a bag of Tootsie Rolls and eat the entire bag until I was sick. I'm like, this is worse than not abstaining Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, this is not
It's
good for my
probably also
body.
worse for your body.
what I'm
like,
saying.
like
It's
literally.
terrible.
What it's supposed to be is you mimicking the sacrifice
desert.
Jesus Christ gave you. So I gave up. It's in Greek Orthodox. You're supposed to be vegan. They don't have like you pick. It's like you go vegan.
Right, they do Meatless Friday and like.
Yeah, but then they also have these weird rules where it's like you're allowed to eat crab or like
Yeah,
shrimp because they
yeah.
don't have blood or whatever. But we just go fully vegan, and then the last week you go vegan, and then the last 72 hours or 68, whatever, it's like last 2 days, you don't eat anything.
I love that.
And then we just
I think
just
that's got
have
to be
water.
good for your body. Anything to throw your body into
I
something
lost
different.
like 15, 20 pounds, and then I've kept the weight off
Good.
for the
That's
most
good.
part.
Do you exercise?
No,
No.
not really. I mean, I work construction. I mean, that's physically taxing, but
Yeah,
I don't
fair
really
enough.
like go out of my way to work out. No.
Yeah. Yeah. that'll
That's what
do
I
it.
mean is I'm not in that great a shape, so the 10-year-olds might be a problem. But
You're like,
when
right
I
back
had
to my
like
point.
when I was wrestling in high school and like in really good
You could've
shape,
fucked
I'd
the
have
10-year-olds
gone, I
up.
could have gone all day. But I wouldn't have had the power that I have now. That's the other. I'm like
You know what saying? You got
180
that grown
now.
man strength.
I'm a 180 now, so I have more power. But I was 120 or 130 with insane cardio, which
Right.
again, that's probably better because I
And
can
that-
swing at that
yes.
130 power
Because you have
all
the bat,
day.
yeah.
But I can only swing at this 180 power for a few hours, probably. Probably not even that.
So he thinks 100.
Listen, he's smart. He thinks he can make a spectacle of the first one
Yeah.
and just negate the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's
Let me
what
ask
I'm
you this.
trying to-
I've been thinking a
We're
lot
gonna
about
die,
this. If
otherwise.
obviously hypothetical.
Now, if they're mindless zombies, what's your number? What do you think's real?
Like,
you
honestly,
seem to be the arbiter
So like
of this.
I feel like I'm in decent shape for my age, but like like you, I've never done anything. Like I could beat him in any sport he would fucking want to do.
Crazy. He's delusional. He's literally delusional.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, I've swung a bat, dude, and it takes a lot out of you. So like, honestly, you swing the bat 50.
I don't think you got to go full on Babe Ruth on the kid.
But they have motorcycle helmets. These are DOT certified.
don't
They're
have
good
to
for
hit-
fucking like they can hit the street in a car accident, and keep your head alive. You know what I mean? So you can't even hit like.
but you don't have to hit the head.
That's
You
the
should
key.
never hit
That's
the
the
head.
key.
It's a wasted motion.
Do you still concuss somebody in that
Oh,
fucking helmet?
Oh, you can.
You're telling me that them motorcycle helmets are all for show anyway. You're telling me you get into an accident at 80 miles an hour, you're not cracking your
80
head
miles
open?
an
It's like a
hour,
seatbelt
you're
on a
fucked
plane.
regardless.
What are
but
we
like,
doing?
no, dude.
Right.
If you listen, you got to see these accidents. Like, yeah, the body is like shredded, but the head is still fucking intact.
So what's the fucking point?
I don't know. The head's still intact. I don't know,
What, are you gonna
dude.
put it in a jar?
This
and
is between
keep
you
them
and
alive?
the DOT, dog. I'm just talking about helmets are
Fuck the
are
DOT.
very,
they give me speed camera
So
tickets
answer his
every
question.
month.
They're
What's the
very
number? He
Dude,
asked you a number.
12? Like
12? Have you ever been at a cookout before where a bunch of kids are running around? You don't think you can murk all
The
those kids
only-
with a fucking baseball bat?
You ever been to Memorial
that's
Day
a good
cookout?
point.
You ever been to your cousin's house where they all have kids
but-
and
You
you're
named the
listen,
kids. You
without
never
a
been with
baseball
them.
bat, you're
Okay.
running through them like
Sure.
fucking Marshall Falk.
Yeah, fair.
And you
But-
think with a Louisville
no.
Slugger, I'm not taking those kids out?
Marshawn
All right,
Lynch out
here's
here.
two things.
12 is nuts.
Two things. You need space for a swing. You have to be able to swing behind you and then swing forward. That's how, you get that. These are fucking
Space.
coming at you like you're a soccer ball and it's fucking like 10-year-olds like they're all around you. So as soon as you swing back,
What are they going to do? Eat you alive?
No. But if one of these little kids' heads gets in the way of your fucking momentum, you're not going to be able to like sever the
thinks you'd just be
spine.
overwhelmed by
You're not
body
gonna be-
parts.
You're not going to be able to sever.
in your scenario, it's like a mob of infinite kids running straight at you, no holds barred.
Always, I'm just kind of like just
And that's what it comes down to, is
Let's
how you're
just-
spacing the scenario.
one. How about this? A circle,
How about this?
a single circle
How
of
big
kids.
is the circle? Can I run around?
That's a
or-
good point. That's a good point. The
Yeah,
problem
what
is
kind
the
of
circle has
ground
to
are we on?
converge on you at once. So like literally the circle can only be
So
so
the walls
big.
are closing in.
Well, it can only be so big because once it gets to you, the circle's kind of small.
It'll be like
so,
Astro World, I'm
Really,
just
I would argue.
stampeded.
I would argue 9 kids could be around you at one given time, 10 at the top. So like, yeah, honestly, now that I think back, like I don't know, man. I don't know.
In a circle like that, well, eventually you're just going to get suffocated just by the sheer volume of 8,000 fucking kids.
Yeah.
So like, you're gonna die. We all know.
All right, but that's a lot different scenario. Like, I like the idea
Waves.
of it being like a Nazi zombie situation. Where, like, round one's like 5 kids walking at you. Round 2's 7 kids walking at you. Round 3's 10
And
kids.
they get more Nazi.
and then
as they go.
round
the
4
final
they
boss
start.
is yay.
Round 4 they start jogging a little bit.
Still just you and the
Round
bat, right?
5 they're getting a little pace. There's
You and the
15
bat.
kids kind of running at you. And then what round do you think you could make it up?
I
Because I've
don't-
played Nazi zombies.
Fair. I don't think I'm gonna do 100. Like I don't think like not
I
rounds.
think
Just I'm
if
talking
it
about-
was that, I think
'cause I don't know
I
how
could
many
make it
per
to
round.
round 30 on.
How many kids?
I think
per
I'm
round?
gonna. I think I'm
One
gonna trip. I
ring?
think I'm gonna fall over a 10-year-old and it'd be over for me early.
Yeah, but it's not like they bite you when you die. They'd have to kill you.
I think they'd put all their
That's a
fingers
good
in my
point.
mouth.
That's a good
Like,
point.
it's not
If
like
they put a
that's
bunch
the
of
other thing.
hands
They
in
don't
your
have
orifices-
weapons.
They have the power of a 10-year-old.
Yeah, but think about 4,000 hands going into your mouth.
Listen, they're all
That's
sticky,
kinda what I
so it's
think.
gonna like slow you down.
Yeah.
Because
Dude, you're a Zen guy, huh?
Yeah, but I just went out to my car and got
Dude,
them.
I'm so hooked on them. I did a TikTok once that was like, I don't put a Zen in when I need nicotine. I put a Zen in when I realize I don't have a Zen in. it's like literally, bro, as soon as I realize that my mouth is empty, I'm like, oh, let me put a Zen in. I'm not eating. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's weird. It's just like something to do at this point. What's
know.
crazy is I don't even fucking like them that much. If
Doesn't
I'm like
matter.
sober, it'll just like give me anxiety. Like nicotine and coffee does that to me too.
But you still do them.
Yeah, I mean, I like how they feel, but then like by the at
Yeah.
a certain point, I'll like start worrying about random shit, and I'm like, oh, it's because I have fucking 6 milligrams of nicotine in me right now for no fucking reason.
It's so good. And then you got Andrew Huberman, like, it's actually a pretty clean way to get it. And that's all you had, all Gym Bros
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to hear. All Gym Bros had to hear was like Andrew Huberman going like, nicotine is
Well,
not
it's definitely
horrific.
better than cigarettes. Like
Well,
I
for
definitely
sure.
have not smoked a lot of cigarettes,
And it's
since-
less gay than vaping. Like I went
Yeah.
from vaping to zinning, and I'm spending more money, right? But just objectively less gay. Like,
Yeah.
like as far as like, you can't see that I'm doing it, right? You can't see how weak I am.
Right.
When I have the vape, you see how weak I am.
Yeah.
I'm weaker, but you just can't tell.
Yeah.
And the oral fixation, dude. You wake up in the middle of the night, grab it. Have you ever vaped? You ever been a vapor? Not
no,
bad.
the thing is, I've never honestly. The Zins might be the first time where I've like consistently bought nicotine. I've never
Been addicted?
really had an addictive personality to anything. Like even with drinking, I don't ever crave it, but when I do drink, I like to drink a lot.
Yeah, there's people who are like the taste. That's weird
Yeah.
to me. I don't even get that.
Vaping, like my girlfriend has a Juul, and I'll like hit hers when I'm bored or whatever. And I do like anytime I'm drunk, I'm like, gotta love a pack of cigs, and I'll get cigs. But like I've never just like on a Tuesday in the middle of the day been like, I fucking need nicotine, blah blah blah. But like I like Zins because I'm just like it's something to do while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Just pop one in, whatever.
It's something to look forward
But
to.
I'm
like,
never
little
like I'm
tiny-
never sitting there fiending for it. Like I fucking unless I'm like drunk and I really want a cig or something. I'm never sitting there being like I fucking need this.
Yeah, same. I don't
Nicotine's
really, like,
never been like that. I've never had a vape because I knew that if I just kept consistently getting vapes, I would just rip them all fucking day.
There's no not ripping.
Yeah.
That's the thing about vaping versus cigarettes. It's like you can vape anywhere.
Thank you,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
Like I've bought
Love you.
vapes and I've
Appreciate you.
had vapes, and every time I had them, I would just like I had like
There's nowhere you can't hit them.
you know the Views
There's nowhere
vapes?
you can't hit them. Yeah, of
before they
course.
were the ones with the pods. They used to be like one-off disposables.
Okay.
And there
I
were
remember the
these
pods.
there were these ones that like looked like just a regular like they almost looked like a weed vape, and they were like these long sticks, and you would hit them, you'd buy them, they were one-off things, and then you would throw them away. And I was getting those for like a month, and then every time I would hit them, it would just like they would literally like give me a cold. They would like give me like that feeling that you get when you're
your
like about to get
sinuses.
sick. Exactly, like where you
Yeah.
could feel it in the back of your nose, where you're like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. Every time, like after a couple days or a night of hitting them while drinking, I'd be like, I feel like I'm getting sick. And so it would just be really easy for me to be like, I'm not doing that
Yeah.
anymore.
People are living like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're so used to it because of the vape that they don't even know
And
that they
cigarettes, as many cigarettes as I've smoked, and as much as I love a cigarette while I'm drinking, a sober cigarette is the worst fucking thing
Yeah.
ever. It's disgusting.
have it. Dude, foul.
It makes you feel nauseous, makes you anxious. I
Yeah.
hate them, but when I'm 4 drinks deep, fucking cigs amazing.
yeah.
So that's
man.
why I
drinks
never
deep,
got hooked
yeah.
on cigs. But these are like not too edgy,
No.
and you don't feel weird when you have
But
them
the
in.
first time you do one, you'll start sweating. You know what I mean? Like if you throw a 6 in and you're not addicted to nicotine, bro, you can get a little
I
head
think
rush.
I have a pretty big nicotine tolerance because they never gave me that.
Really?
No.
So sometimes,
Like when I did dip the first time, everyone's
Oh
always
my
like,
God.
"Oh, you puke" or whatever.
I did.
My buddy, when I was working construction, for that company, he would dip, and we were framing this house up one week, and he was just like, it just became a fun thing. He was like, "You can't be framing a house on a roof, dude, if you're not dipping." And I was like, "All right."
That is true.
So we would just crush like 2 tins of fucking Grizzly wintergreen long cut every
Bro.
day. And it never, I mean, it was a few times where at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, I got to spit this out. I'm starting to get
Yeah.
a little headache or nauseous."
Yeah.
But like the fact that like people like full on puke, I never had that.
Dude, I was full blown, and I kid you not, I was full blown addicted to snorting OxyContin and wouldn't throw up. And I did Copenhagen once, dude. It was like, oh, like I was like a full blown opiate addict, bro, and I could handle that, and I could not handle Copenhagen. I was at Mount St. Joe, and someone packed me a fat dumb lip, and my mom came to pick me up from school. I was in like 9th grade, and I made her pull over and was vomiting. I couldn't believe how sick I got.
So what? I've been on opiates before, just for medical reasons. Like I was prescribed oxycodone when I had kidney stones.
How did you like it, or how did it feel?
I
for
think it was just. I don't know if I was too young to where I didn't even realize I was fucked up because I'd never been drunk or anything before.
Right.
Like I wasn't able.
You don't even know what to place it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know that like. You know, you can't notice it. Just
What
like
am I
it's the
looking
same
for?
thing as like when
Right.
you smoke weed for the first time, you don't really notice you're
What are
high.
you looking for? Yeah.
So I only had to take 2 of them, and my parents threw it away, which smart for them, because
Threw them away.
yeah. And I was prescribed oxycodone after the Pitbull thing. I was on morphine.
Oh, true.
I was prescribed. Wasn't prescribed, but I was obviously on morphine during the surgery,
Right.
everything for the Pitbull thing, and I remember that being an extremely like. But the thing is, there was so much trauma involved as well that I couldn't really
Focus on the euphoria.
Exactly, but it was like very warm, and
Warm is a good word.
I was in a. It was like I was there, but I wasn't, and I could hear people talking around me, and it was like I was. I don't know. It was like I was back behind myself in a room. It was like I was in a dark room where I was there, but I was not there, and I could hear people talking, and I could feel me being there, but I don't know. I can't explain it. But it was the one memory I have of being on morphine. And I imagine that's probably what heroin feels like.
Do you want to try some? I got some inside. You want me to?
No, because I know that would. I mean, I love alcohol so much. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of my. Because I'm not a big weed guy, but I feel like that I could have very easily been a fucking.
Coke? You
opiate
an
addict.
upper guy? Hypothetically, no.
I mean,
You've heard of it.
hypothetically,
You've
I've
heard of it.
I'm not a.
Yeah,
no.
but that's not your
I
thing.
mean,
Okay,
no.
so it's interesting because I've heard people say that they've tried opiates and
They don't do much for me.
That's what I've heard. Like some people's bodies doesn't respond or they get nauseous or whatever. I was to opiates like flies on shit. I'll never forget it. I've told this story before, but the first time I ever tried like a really hard opiate was an OxyContin back when they were giving them out like candy, and I did some that somebody else had, and
Did you snort it or you just
I
puffed it?
snorted it. So the
Okay.
person who did it was like,
So does that make it last longer or it just hits you quicker?
it hits you faster. That's basically just hits
Doesn't
you
last
faster.
as
and
long,
strong.
though?
No, maybe just as long or a little less, maybe. But
Okay.
it's getting in you just faster because of the way it gets into your
Right.
bloodstream. But yeah, the guy who did it was like, he like crushed it up with, he used like a hose clamp and grinded this pill down to a thing of powder. And I was like, I was young, maybe 14, 15, and I was like in awe, enamored by, it was cool to me. Anything that was like not allowed was cool, So he's like, have you done it? Because I was like, can I do a little? And he's like, have you done it before? I'm like, yeah, what? All the time,
Right.
Yeah, Oxy, dude, that's my favorite, And I do a little line, and less than 20 minutes later, I'm at my mom's house, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm holding the toilet bowl. I'm laying on the ground. I remember feeling the cold of the bathroom floor, puking, and I'll never ever forget puking and how shitty it feels to puke, and then just thinking like, I couldn't be happier right now. And that's how I knew I swear.
Wow.
It was sick, bro.
Jesus
I swear to God, it was gross. Even thinking back, it was like, I was so ill. And I remember just hugging the bowl, like smiling, like, this is heaven. It was like, but I was also molested as a kid, had a lot of trauma that unspoken for a while. I was
People
cute
say
as
that
hell.
about mushrooms too. I've done mushrooms once, and it didn't make me throw up because I didn't do that much. But people say that a lot of times when you do mushrooms, you throw up initially but it's not like when you throw up and you're like, oh, this is awful. Like when you throw up on mushrooms, it feels good.
A
Because
relief.
you're, like getting everything out of
It's
you.
a purge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look at it as like I went and did ayahuasca and shit in Peru with like shamans and shit.
That's
yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, it was. So, but yeah, I was a big mushroom guy too. I grew my own mushrooms, like hypothetically for a while. Hypothetically got raided. You know, it was like.
Well, you did get raided.
I was gonna say, I don't think you have to do it.
I don't know if that's
It depends if you look up the case search or not. You know, if not, it could have been hypothetical. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so yeah, mushrooms are interesting. It's like people who do have stomach issues with them, if you make a tea out of it, like make a tea, it messes with your stomach less than when you have the fruit in there. Did you trip?
Yeah.
Yeah? How was that?
It was nice. I've done acid once before too.
How was that?
That was nice.
Acid's like more of
was-
a commitment.
Yeah, it's all day.
Bro, you have to clear your schedule. I make the joke about it. It's like, shrooms.
I was on vacation.
Okay.
We were at the beach.
That's
and-
perfect. You have nothing to do.
With your family or?
No, with my brother
Him
and
and
dad.
dad.
And it's because I'm a very like particular weed guy. Like I used to be a big stoner in high school. Not big, but I'd smoked weed, and then
Because you don't smoke now, right? You're not like a regular weed guy.
every now and then.
Yeah.
But it, I got to a certain age where it just made me start thinking about my life too much.
That's
you
what
know?
everyone says. You get older, it makes
Yeah,
you paranoid,
it's
bro.
weird, and so I would freak out on weed a lot, and so but I did acid anyway, and I drank while doing it.
Was it paper acid?
Yes.
Okay.
And
One hit?
yeah, and it wasn't bad, but there were a couple times where I got close to being bad, where I was like, I could definitely freak out right now.
I could see how this could go.
But
wrong.
I could see how
Yup.
any minor inconvenience could be the
Or
worst
even if I
day
just
of my life.
focused on this a little harder, I
Yeah.
could freak the fuck out.
Yeah. I could. If anything mildly bad happened right now, I could know that this would be the worst day of my life. But
Things stay exactly the same. Even this
Yeah.
could be terrible.
yeah. But I was able. It's weird. It's like you enter like developer mode in your brain where you're able to control it more. Like with weed, you can't stop the fucking thoughts. You can't stop them. With acid, I was able to see a bad thought coming in and be like, shut up, and like keep
Right, you're
going.
almost
But I
seeing
knew
all
if I decided to fucking give into that thought with the state of mind you're in and how detached from reality you
It'll
are,
encompass you.
it will spiral
Yeah.
and it will be like something. I remember thinking, I was like, if I had something as simple, because one time I was drunk in Cancun and I got a nosebleed, and I remember, oh, whatever, it's fine, because somebody like hit me with a football in the face. If that
Actually?
had happened on acid, I would have thought I was dying.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, I'm leaking
This
my
is
body. My
internal
body's
fluids.
leaking. I didn't. Yeah.
And
I'd
it's supposed to be inside of me.
I'd have spiraled. So luckily, nothing like that happened, and then that was whatever.
But you've never
Mushrooms
been
was
drawn
way
to-
more mild. I only took a gram.
Okay.
So I was like chilling. It was fine. And then just wound up, I was already drunk. We were all drunk, and we just there was somebody had a bunch of mushrooms. and
Does
we
it
all-
interest you, like the tripping? Or you're not drawn to it, obviously. You've only done once each.
I mean, I'm not opposed. I just don't. I'm a big believer in that. Like a lot of people do it just to get fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But
Oh, the
I'm
people
like
who
a
are-
big like I have to be in the right place, fucking, which I guess is gay, but like I would have to be in a good situation.
No, it
And
makes
at this
sense,
point, I
though.
feel like I'm like on the verge of getting engaged. I'm on the verge of like in a couple years I'm gonna have kids and shit probably. So it's like I don't think there's ever gonna be a point in my life from here on out where I don't have a bunch of shit to worry about.
Right.
To where I'd be like, yeah, I'll go on this 12-hour fucking complete detachment from reality,
Yeah.
Fair,
void
fair.
of anxiety that
Right.
I'm not going to worry about anything. I
Right.
just don't think there's a time in my
Yeah.
future where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just turned down like DMT the other day. Like I was dog sitting, and my buddy has a pen in like whatever. It's a DMT.
DMT
pen.
is strongest psychedelic.
And he came over. He even came over. It was like gonna be my like spirit guide or whatever. At the end of the day, I just was like you just said, like I wasn't in the fucking right spot. I didn't feel like I was
Yeah.
like in the right place to just like leave this fucking world. And even though that was like a 15-minute trip, like it's the same deal.
DMT is
dude.
really
like,
short acting.
And I also do
Yeah.
believe it's like people that are trying to find something when they do it that way.
People without religion.
Yeah, and I've become more grew up religious, and I became more religious. I've gotten older. I'm not like a fucking oh my god fucking, but I do believe that like I have a good relationship with God and stuff, and I feel like I don't know that a drug would. I mean, it probably would. If I did DMT, I would probably understand a lot more things about spirituality and stuff. But
Maybe.
I'm gonna do it. I just didn't. Yeah, I was.
I
was not the right
honestly,
time
of
for me
all
then.
of all the drugs, I know DMT is like the most fucking insane,
Mm-hmm.
And shortest.
and it's the shortest.
yeah.
And I feel like because acid's just it's
DMT
too much
party,
because
dude.
you
Such a
might be
commitment.
into it for the
I
first
got
3
commitment
hours.
issues, and so acid is not.
You
for
might be
me.
into it for the first 3 hours, but like the chances of you going through an entire day on acid and something not going
Jesus
wrong,
Christ.
Yeah.
I would not
it's
try to
just
do that.
and then mushrooms are what like 5 hours,
Yeah.
so they're a little
Microdosing
easier.
I could do like a day, but like
Microdose
I'm
a
not
whole different
trying.
thing.
And then
to be-
DMT, you're just stuck in a chair the entire time
You're
anyway,
gone.
so it's
Yeah.
like you couldn't fuck yourself up even if you tried.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that's probably if I ever were to do one, it would probably be DMT.
It's the one worth it. So from someone who's done it, it's like it's definitely like to me. So when you said you probably understand more, I will say this, that like for me, for someone who's done a bunch of psychedelics, hypothetically, I feel like mushrooms have taught me more about myself.
Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to say that. I never did acid and
No.
I've never done
Yeah,
shrooms.
again, all this stuff's satirical.
This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
My
All right,
lawyer
go.
said specifically, yeah.
If you come to this podcast for facts, like, you're already in.
We
that.
had this guy 607 uncle on. It was his first time in Maryland, and I gave him some Old Bay and some fentanyl, and people were like, "That's probably real fentanyl." I'm
Dude,
like,
I have
everything
to
on here is a
still,
prop.
I need to say, I've got a couple people I have to be
How
like,
do you
no.
have access to that hypothetically just to give to someone?
Hypothetically, where would you get to that? But the DMT, for me, I thought I was gonna get like a more of an understanding, and all it did was leave me more confused than ever, because it's so much of a portal to a different dimension that you go, oh, no one knows anything. It's like I came back to this realm, and I'm like, oh yeah, no one knows anything, because I got transported to someone that's not here. You know, I wasn't me, I wasn't Justin, I didn't exist. So I've broken through a couple times, because you can do DMT and get stuck in the waiting room where you're not actually broken
Yeah, that's
through.
what I've heard.
I've broken through probably 6-7 times, and vastly different experiences. One time I got sent to a hellscape, and actually this past
Oh, that had to have sucked.
beyond. I mean, it's the most trauma I've ever. I watched my father die. Right, I held his hand as he died down, and this trauma from this last DMT trip I did, 100 times worse. I would kill my own dad.
Oh, I thought you
to
said
not have
in
to
the
do it.
trip you saw that.
Oh no!
I thought he said that
too.
I thought
I
he
was like,
said
that's a
that too.
crazy
No,
fucking
check this
trip.
out. I wish it was just seeing my dad die. I wish that I had a family in the trip, right, to die. It was like I didn't. It's hard to explain, but it was every molecule of my existence and consciousness was in agony and despair. And I can't even explain it other than that, right? But it felt infinite. It traumatized me. I haven't done psychedelics since. This was in New Year's Eve. I was trying to go to this 10-day like silent retreat to do this meditation, and I didn't get in. So I went to Mexico with these shamans and smoked bufo, like the toad venom. And yeah, I got blasted off to hell. It's absolutely traumatic, and I don't know how it could help me at all, and I don't know what spiritual thing that did. And a lot of people want to, praise it,
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I'm a psychedelic guy, but I can't be anything other than honest. And it was horrific for me. It was horrific. I screamed at the top of my lungs down for 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. The guys are trying to calm me down. No one's doing anything but paying attention to me because I'm screaming, right?
This is
a New Year's Eve.
okay. Just chilling with your friends.
No, I went to Mexico to shamans in a hut in the jungle and shit.
This was toad venom, which
Yes.
What is that DMT?
It is.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a certain kind. So there's like NN-DMT, which is in ayahuasca.
It's
so
the
I've
same
also
shit,
done.
basically.
Yeah, but basically, then there's Bufo, which is 5-MeO-DMT, and that one's more of they call it the God molecule. The other one, the NN-DMT, they call a spirit molecule. The 5-MeO, they call it God molecule. But yeah, you just evaporate. You don't exist anymore. And I'm screaming as loud as I can.
So did you see anything? Like,
Bro,
like
I
visually,
don't
like,
exist. My eyes don't exist. That's the thing. People are like, what did you see? What did you hear? What did you smell? Everything I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
There isn't like, oh, I saw this thing. I don't have eyes. There are no eyes
Right.
to see, right? But you're feeling it. It's like trying to explain how blue the color feels when it's going through your neck. It's like, no, what are you talking about? To even speak about it.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
To even speak about it in language is to reduce it. You're taking it from this spiritual realm to this like, how can you describe it? And you can't. But it was just hellscape. And then after 30 minutes.
So you think that if there is a hell, that you think that that's what it would be like?
Well, great question. I went to a spiral after that, and I was so sad. Right after 30 minutes of screaming, I said out loud, "I'm like, I'm just so sad." After 30 minutes, the screams were like a little bit calmer. And I exhaled, and the first thing I spoke was, "I'm just so sad." And this guy that was there, he goes, "Cry." And I just started weeping. Like, it was like permission, and I just started crying. And now on ayahuasca, I cried and like had a really rough time, and I didn't know why. what was dark about this Buffo experience was I knew exactly why I was crying. And it was like, look, that place I just went to exists. Now, it might not be where we go when we die.
You're just scared of ever seeing it again.
No, the fact that I even did, the fact that anyone could, bro.
Right.
Like that, it's that extreme where it's like, even if that only existed for that
it's a
one
possibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that I got goosebumps. The fact that it's a the fact that it's a possibility, bro, is what I still have goosebumps. But it's like, yeah, the fact that that exists in any realm, in any sense, is, and again, it could just be me tripping. I'm just on the poison, right? I'm not claiming that.
Well,
I'm not one of these
it's
guys
still,
who claims a spiritual thing. It's
well,
just
the
like,
thing is that people discount psychedelic experiences. So,
Yeah.
well, it's not real. It's like,
Right.
well, I mean, if it's experienced, it is real. So it exists.
Right.
So it's possible. We don't know what happens after you die. That there is.
Right.
I think about that a lot too. Is like the universe is infinity. You know,
which is we can't wrap our head around.
And I often think
'Cause
about this
we're
too.
not.
Like, as much of a chance as there is that there's a heaven where everything is bliss and pure,
Just as much a chance.
pure happiness, there's also a chance where there's a place where it's
Just as much
you can
chance.
spend infinity in complete agony and turmoil and stuff.
Just as much chance, right? And it's just sweet to me how people are like, well, if you're morally good, you'll go good. It's like, oh, how nice.
Yeah.
How nice that God's benevolent.
Yeah.
How nice that if you're just good to people, everything's going to be
Right.
okay. It's like, well, what if it's horrific? What
Yeah,
if
yeah.
pedophiles and rapists go to heaven? And what if it's a hellscape? I mean, it's just like, my point is, and this is a genuine number one reason I won't kill myself, right? Because I joke about suicide a lot. But the number one reason,
Well, you're Catholic, you can't.
the number one reason I won't do it is because I don't know what happens when we die.
Yeah.
And I know for sure I'll get there. So if it's way worse than here, I would hate to get there early.
Right.
So like no matter how bad this earthly realm gets, because I've experienced literal hellscapes, I'm like, I'll ride this one out. Hoping and look, it could be nothing when we die, it could be something I experience, it could be nothing I experience. We might find out all the answers, we might find out no answers, we might just get reincarnated, we might have no idea. But because I don't know and I've experienced things that are way worse in this existence, I'm like, I'm chilling. Even if I was like a prisoner, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
life in prison, no matter what, I'm not killing myself because it could be a trillion times worse. Just like you said, there's just as much chance of there being a beautiful heaven with streets paved with gold. There's just as much chance
Yeah.
as it being an absolute hellscape for my entire consciousness, you know?
Heaven is selfish. Because at the end of the day, like, you go to heaven, and if you know that there is a hell, and then that you have other people that you know that you love, and that, like, they don't come to heaven, after a certain amount of time, you have to understand, like, yeah, they went to hell. And then you're supposed to live in your eternal bliss, knowing, like, people that you love, like,
What are your other
directly.
options?
No, there's no other options. I just don't, like, that's what, that to me is, like, for me, it's evidence why, like, the idea of heaven's crazy. Like, I think that there might be more to whatever there is, but, like,
It's just as crazy as any other idea.
Our idea is crazy.
Yeah.
Our idea is crazy.
Yeah, well, the fact that here's the thing.
I think the idea of nothing is the most insane.
It is
Really?
crazy.
Really?
But you
Yeah,
could
because
argue
think
it's
about it this way.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
No,
please.
fuck him.
Yeah, I love this convo.
Because
Also that.
like when you think about the universe, it's infinite. Time is infinite.
Sure.
If it even exists at all. You exist right now. Right?
Barely.
So there was infinite nothing in front of you. And then when people say, oh, you die,
And you go back to that.
there's infinite nothing after you. So if out of infinite nothing, you pop up, and then after you is infinite nothing, how would you not pop up again?
Right.
Because you already have come out of infinite nothing once.
Right. So what's therefore?
So
wasn't
how is it
infinite.
so insane to think that out of infinite nothing
Yep.
again that you'd pop up again?
Right.
That's
And
a good point.
People tend to not
That's a good
understand the
point.
concept
Right.
of infinite.
It's so easy. Well, because it's
Yeah.
a hard thing for humans to understand,
Dude,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
we've only ever been finite.
A billion to a million is hard for people
Yeah,
to
we've
put
only
their-
ever
you know
been
what I mean?
finite. We've only ever had a
Infinite-
beginning and an end. So
Right.
to think of
Infinite is
anything
crazy to
as
think
infinite
about.
is really hard to comprehend.
crazy.
It doesn't
Right.
make sense to anything everything we've tried to understand has a beginning and an end. So, but you're right. The idea that there's nothing and people go, well, just like before you were born. But like you said,
Yeah.
but you were
Yeah.
born.
Yeah.
So therefore, it wasn't infinite nothing.
Yeah.
It was a super long time of nothing, and then what? And then you were born.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't that
Respect,
repeat
yeah.
itself? There's just no.
It's
way
the
to
same
know.
idea that people have when they say, like, they say the universe is like Googleplex, Google million
Well, that's
light years
finite.
long, and that with that numerical statistic, it's almost impossible for there not to be an exact copy of you somewhere else out in the universe.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So
It's got to be 50 Earths.
So in that same thinking that science kind of bases off theoretically, how is it so insane to think that there's multiple universes, there's multiple yous, there's multiple, you're going to die and go somewhere else. There's something after this.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like people that are like atheists and people that think like, oh, you live once, you die, that's it. It almost makes the least sense.
Like the
I don't think
materialist,
almost.
like
I think
fully
it does make the least
interesting.
sense.
Well, look, bro, when you look around at all the stuff and you just go and you think about space being infinite, like let's just say you accept that, right? You accept science,
Yeah.
and the fact that space, like the fact that we even exist is so improbable, you know. So to be a materialist and go like, yeah, evolution. We're the only thing as far as we can see that even has even close to a one cell.
Right.
And we became these like talking monkeys that are shooting rockets in the air. Like,
And just the fact that there's anything at all.
right. Well, that
Why
he
is
said,
there- that's the other-
agnostic is the only take.
Only way.
Why is
Listen.
there anything at all?
Atheism?
Well, there was a big bang and a molecule. Why was there
Maybe.
a molecule?
What
Why
bang?
is there anything?
Exactly. That's what kills about the Big Bang.
fair,
They
yeah.
go, well, it was this. I go, ho. Who put that there?
Yeah, why
They're
is
like,
that
well,
there?
it all started as this, and then there was a Big Bang. No, hold on. What was there, and how
Yeah.
did it get there?
Yeah.
No one can do that, you know? No one can do that. And it's like... it's
Atheism is nuts, though.
Yeah,
dude.
so
to
just
just
as-
be like, no, because no, or like, what?
Well,
what
I
is
think,
your,
well,
what's your,
people
what's
are
your,
terrified of death, right? So religions, atheism, all that stuff is a fear of mortality. You know, so when you latch onto this belief, then you lose the, oh, maybe this isn't meaningless, maybe this isn't purposeless, maybe this isn't just. So I think that everyone's running from the fear of death, like almost at everything. I even think marriage and monogamy is
Well-
because of fear of impermanence.
what's
genuinely.
crazy is there could be a God and like, it could still,
Could be
like,
100.
our lives could still be meaningless.
No,
like,
for sure.
Like, the meaning could have
Almost
been
certainly
like,
yours is.
how,
Well, that would obviously have to say that's all perceptual
not
too. What's
all
meaningless?
lives,
True,
just
of
like
course, yeah, it's
like
subjective.
maybe in like the 2025. So it's, I don't know, like maybe the people before us like had a better sense of the world because like I don't know, we weren't so self-indulged like we are now because everything is just like
Part of me
us.
thinks we're in a
Everything is
simulation
us.
that they're running, the futuristic humans are running. They're running an infinite amount. You heard of Nick Bostrom?
No,
Nick
but I understand
Bostrom's-
the simulation.
Yeah,
theory,
yeah. So the simulation theory that Nick Bostrom put up, I think in like 1997 or 2003 or something, he's basically like the statistical probability. Either we destroyed ourselves as human beings before we decided to run the simulations, or B, we're running the simulations and we're in one of them, or C, we're in base reality. He's like, but the thing is, there's only one base reality. There's an infinite amount of simulations, right? You can hop on GTA, right, which is a simulated world, and you
Right.
can play a game on GTA. So now you're in a simulated world in a simulated world.
Right.
And then once you extrapolate that, right, on an infinite timeline, and you can end up putting consciousness into these simulations, the chances that we're in base reality versus the simulation seem pretty slim statistically, if those statistics are probable. Nick Bostrom's argument, check it out. But my thing is, it could very well be like they're running these simulations to figure out how AI got to where it's at, you know? Because the fact that we're in this birth of this AI shit is just weird to me. It's like the most weird time to be alive in the world. Like
yeah, but everybody behind you thought that
felt
too.
the same thing. Yeah.
The guy that were like, the fact
train.
that we're alive when the plane was invented
You're
is
right, you're
fucking
right.
nuts.
sterilization.
Honestly, valid
Crazy.
point. Yeah, it's true. Everyone's like, we're the new
But I
age.
think that too the same way. I'm like, it is crazy I'm alive during the time of like, this is where it's going to exponentially take off. It's like, but you got to think people
Everyone
100
felt
years
that.
ago
You're right.
thought, how the fuck are we here when you can fly? What the fuck?
the first guy to make a spear.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
You can make fire. You tell me you could just make fire whenever you want. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same
when
thing.
you've only ever seen it from lightning, and some guy's like, no,
Yeah.
I can make it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, we
Yeah.
happen to be alive.
I'm
Like,
okay with the fire, the flying though, dude. That's
With
that
fire,
was
it's crazy.
We
Hard to be
could.
fired.
I mean, but like I don't know, friction.
You're
whatever
right, you're right.
But
And it
we
happens
putting
naturally.
people
well,
in
it sounds
air?
easy to you now because you're so separated from its inception.
Let's have a
good point,
lighter
that's
that's a
good point, that's
fire
good-
maker.
that's
with
To
good
one
point.
you,
click.
it's
That's a
it's
good
like just
point.
like to you looking on your phone. You don't realize how much work went into fucking me. Like, oh yeah, can you imagine going back to the 1800s and be like, yeah, touch this.
Check out this Lisa Ann
Touch
compilation.
this, yeah.
They
You could
would-
see a video of, you could see somebody fucking right here. clicking.
Self-immolate.
Show
on the
Lisa
spot.
Ann
Yeah, dude.
compilation, a compilation of Lisa
They're
Ann.
back to
Oh,
like,
oh,
oh, chicks
shit.
are really licking
You
balls
say
now. Huh? That's
compilation,
crazy.
they're like-
Dude, I've long wondered that when ass eating started. Because, like, you know how gross people must have been, even just
Yeah.
200
Oh my
years
God.
ago, dude. Just how disgusting people must
Yeah,
have
but
smelled.
also like
you
people
ever
were
had your ass
licking
eaten?
feet from the beginning of feet. Like,
Come on, hypothetically gay, dude. So the ass eating thing, I got my ass eaten one time, and it rearranged my whole life. You know, I'm just like, oh my God, maybe I am gay. If that's what being gay is, sign me up. I just feel like that had to start somewhere. Same as like giving head. People were having sex before sucking dick, right? I just like I would love to know that time in history, right, where that first person made that choice. They had to be sucking dick before eating ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
But there was gay shit from forever. Like the Greeks were like everyone was fucking little.
Yeah,
boy.
I am Greek. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, this is basically.
seriously, you have a good point. The first person to eat ass, like we knew.
Shout out to you, by the way.
We knew where shit.
Probably a barrel boy.
I thought you pointed at him and said, shout out to you.
It was me.
It was
Pioneer.
At the camera. That's
We
awesome.
know shit comes out like very fucking early. It's just like to like put your face there.
But
the
piss
first
comes out of
person
the
was a
dick.
pioneer, dude. A real pioneer.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
real one.
Have you ever
Like
injured
Christopher
yourself during
Columbus,
sex?
fuck him.
I've had
Any injury?
a couple dick bends that were not.
Oof.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
You can hear it go.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
shit.
dude. Hear it and feel it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
People don't get that because it's like it's not a bone, it's not a hard thing, but when it's erect and it's
Yeah.
at a hard angle, dude, that's painful.
Very.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Then you got to fucking sit on the sideline for a second and you go, well, we came this far.
We're not giving up now. You tried to suck your own dick once.
Yeah.
I read that in your biography.
First of
on
all,
Wikipedia.
everyone's done that. And
No, of course.
Continue
No.
the
Once,
story now.
once is
Oh,
a
just the way you worded
huge
it.
understatement, by the way.
Oh shit! All right. Now we've got a story.
I was going off what I read on
I'm
Wikipedia.
still trying.
Now we've got
I was
something.
like, remember when I went to piss just now?
Let's
I was in there
go.
Preaching.
I randomly was just thinking about this while I was pissing. You introduced yourself as Justin with a J.
Yeah. Hold on. We're 2 hours. Mike. This is 2 hours later.
Hey man.
Like he wasn't comfortable enough to call me gay when I did it.
No,
Or
I
not
didn't.
gay,
It didn't hit me till just now because I was down there and I was pissing. I was like,
What's his name
Justin.
again?
And then
thinking,
it
what's this
didn't
guy's name?
like when you said it. I like probably brushed it off, and you were probably like, "Wow, that bit didn't hit at all."
So-
And then I was like, "What the fuck?
Because
Would
it's
it be
not-
a cue? Like what the fuck?"
yeah, right, exactly. But tell him what I said. So basically, the bit is I do it constantly to where it's not even funny anymore. Like,
It's not-
I do it to where most people, because it's a quick interaction, don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
like I'll order food and they're like, "Hey, what's your name?" I'm like, "Justin with a J," and they're just like, it's just like for me.
It literally it was, and you said it so nonchalantly
It's literally
to where
for
like
me.
you weren't expecting me to laugh,
Yeah,
you weren't
yeah.
anything. I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
And it didn't even hit me. Like literally, I didn't even
That's
have.
so
I didn't
funny
even
that
have the thought of like that's weird. I literally was like, Justin, okay.
Yeah, Justin.
And then I was down there pissing. I was like,
This is only
What?
gonna make me do it more. It's only gonna make me do it more, Mike. Because Mike's like, bro, that shit's dumb. I'm like, I
no,
know.
you know how many people have probably gone home and like
yeah, yeah,
when you call an order and they probably an hour later were like,
yeah.
And honestly, that's my problem. I need to see the reaction.
me, dude,
I
it's
know
literally
some
for
people
me.
can put stuff out in the world to like know
yeah,
that
yeah.
a
It's
reaction's
just
gonna
for me.
come.
I do it at
That is-
Starbucks.
no,
it's
it is
just
great.
for me.
It's a great way of leaving. There's a guy I know. Anytime if he asks what time it is, somebody will say like, let's say like you said, what time is it? I go 10:45, and he'll go o'clock.
That's perfect.
And they'll go,
Do you know Rick Glassman?
huh?
You know Rick Glassman?
No,
Okay, he's a podcaster in LA, a comedian and shit. He
I mean I've heard of him, but I don't.
Yeah, but I don't know him personally either. I mean, we hooked up a couple
Not
times. but- he does this thing where, and I've definitely stolen it, but it's like he'll ask someone how old you are, and they'll be like, even if it's a kid, like, how old are you? They're like 12. You go, in a row? no, every time a kid's just like, they kind of like
It
twitch
is
a
one of
bit.
those. It's one of my favorite types of
Me
humors
too,
too. Is
bro.
just like where you put. It's
Leave
like-
something with someone.
Because it's not funny. That's the funniest part about it. Is
bro.
It's not funny.
It isn't. It objectively isn't funny to say Justin with a J, bro. There's no comedy there. It's just like duh. But because of that, and I'm just like, it's
The
like a dad joke
absurdity,
in a
I
way.
guess.
When
the
he said
absurdity.
o'clock, it's what it's
That's
just
about
the,
it.
Yeah,
it's funny because
o'clock?
it takes
It's
someone
so
weird
great.
to go. What?
Yeah, exactly. It's like some people just don't even try to engage with it, and some people are like, "Oh, wait, that was weird." But yeah, Justin with a J is good. Justin with a J is good. There's certain
I
ones that-
can't believe it took me that long.
Dude,
to
well, so
realize.
look, my dad's dead, and I always like. So when my dad died, so now that I'm 36, it's not as weird. But my dad died when I was 20, so it was like the dad card I could play in comedy, right? The cheap, low hanging shock value thing. So, and I use comedy to cope with everything. So I still to this day am using dad all the time, and it's funny because the people who know me get the joke. The people who don't get it. Like we had 607 Uncle, and he's like this popular guy. He got like 60,000 views, right? It's like.
80,000
80,000 views. A popular guy, right? We had this guy come on. We had chopped up with him. It was fun. But certain questions I wanted to ask him that were like absurd. I'm like, hey, my dad wanted me to ask this. You know what I mean? And it's like, whole time my dad's been dead since I was 20. So it's just like, if a number calls me that I don't know, I answer. I go, Dad? Like really like one, Dad? And they're like, no, this is so and so. But it's just like certain things are for me, you know? You just gotta do certain things for yourself.
It was closer to 60.
It really is.
Alcohol.
Like, a lot of stuff is self-serving when you just. Yeah, like when you, or even like something as simple, like sometimes I'll like call in a food order with an accent. Or like I'll give them a fake name or something.
Record
It's like no
that.
one,
That's what
no
life's
one is
about.
liking.
It's like you be by yourself. You could be by yourself, and you're like, "Let me do this." You're not performing for someone. You're doing it because it's funny. It's just like
when I fuck with a scam caller, the only other guy knowing that I'm doing that is the scam caller. I'm not
caller.
recording
The other
it.
Indian guy.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just will literally like I'll get an email that's like call this number to cancel this charge, and I'll call them all day. I'll be at, like when I was
not recording this.
no back when I was like painting and stuff.
Okay, all right.
Because when I was doing
all right.
construction, I was doing like finish work, so I'd be doing like drywall and painting and stuff, and it would just be me in a room. Say this is all drywall. I'm just finishing all this drywall, and I would have my earbuds in, and I would just call them back, and I would like because in these call centers, it's like 30 fucking people.
yeah.
So you'll.
All
The
sitting
odds
in
are
the
you're
same
gonna get a
room.
different caller, and
Yeah.
eventually, if you're doing it for 3 hours straight, you'll have gotten everybody 3 or 4 times, and they're all like, "Hey, don't fucking pick up this
Yeah.
phone number."
Yeah, that's the best. Where you've interrupted their day.
So I'll call them, and I'll always start off for the first 5 or 6 minutes. I'll go along
5 or
with it.
6 minutes straight. That's
straight.
Perfect.
I mean, going along with it
right?
because
so
they're like
they're
okay,
licking their chops. They're
like-
over there like
they're
"Hey, come
ready.
listen to this."
Because
They're
that's the
grabbing their
best part.
phone.
Because that's when you get the best reactions.
Yup.
Is when they think they have
You're on
you.
the hook.
So they're trying to tell you like, oh, go into your computer, open up this program, type in this
Screen
code,
share.
so they can
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, so what is it? Oh, I don't know if I. So what is that code? I'll make them repeat the code 7 fucking times because it's annoying them. But they know that
They
I'm.
have to do
I'm
it. They
good.
have
They
to
know
do
that
it.
I'm stupid enough to fucking
Right.
do it.
You're like, repeat this dumbass code for $10,000. You're
Literally,
like,
and
"Fine."
I'm fucking like, hold on, my computer's loading slow, and I'll just sit
It's
there
the best.
a minute in silence, and then I go, all
You
right,
had
it's
them
loaded.
kidnapped. You had
and they're
them
just
kidnapped.
sitting there like
Dude,
this,
that's the best.
and then like.
not blatantly fucking bucking.
And because instead of,
It's the
because
best.
otherwise I'd just be listening to a podcast.
Yup.
But this is a podcast that I'm
an
in.
interactive podcast.
I'm in.
And like you said, rather than just jumping right out the window in the beginning, you're having them think,
Right.
"Ooh,
And
money,
sometimes I
that's
will
the
just get a
best."
little cheap one and call
Yeah,
them
yeah.
up. They pick up. I'm like, fuck you, bloody bastard, bitch. And I'll like hang up.
Dude, by
But
the way, good for the
best
soul.
is-
That's good for the soul.
The best is just leading them on, and I can hear them. I can hear them typing.
Bro,
I can hear all the people in the
energy,
background.
You can feel it.
I can
bubbling.
hear them like,
Oh
oh,
my
I got this
God.
motherfucker.
That's amazing.
And
That
just
is so
like
good,
lead
bro.
them on. For
Hold
as-
on, my groundhog
as
just got
I've
out.
gotten
Like,
one-
I
I've
gotta
got my record is
My refrigerator is running.
I'll be right back.
my record is 23 minutes. I've had this
Oh,
guy on the
bro.
fucking phone.
That person can never get those 23
And
minutes
he's-
back.
he's-
We're talking about it as a joke. That's 23 minutes of that
Fuck
person's
him.
life that's gone.
He should
He's
lose.
100%.
Yeah.
and
whatever.
and I'm doing drywall. He's imagining
You're just
me.
chilling.
He's
You're just- you're
imagining
trying to
me in front of my
FaceTime.
computer.
Yeah, yeah.
It's loading slow. I can't
You're trying
understand
to
the
figure
code.
it out.
Hold on, wait a second. Let me ask my wife. I don't have the Wi-Fi pass. I mean, everything. Oh, this card isn't working. Let me try this one. I mean, everything you
And you're
can
just
think
showing
of
willingness the whole
to
time.
stall them. And then when they finally,
bro, that
and then
turn.
finally, I'll get bored of that person. And I
That
go,
turn.
and I'll just immediately be like, "Yeah, you live in a shithole country, and
Yeah, your water's dirty.
and I just wasted what's this time at 23 minutes? I wasted 23 minutes of your time. How does that feel?"
and I
they'll-
was still making $30 an hour.
and the best is half of them are like, I knew you were fucking with me
dude,
the whole
they
time. I'm
always
like,
do
no,
that.
you didn't.
You didn't get me. We got you. It's like,
You'd
no,
have hung up on me an hour ago,
I know,
buddy.
it's so funny. They're like, yeah, we figured you were. It's like, no, you didn't, bro. I've seen the scammer videos where they get them back and they're always like, yeah, we knew.
Yeah.
We thought, no, you
One
didn't.
guy,
No, the
he
fuck
asked
you
me the
didn't.
code, this code that they type in the email, and I repeated I made up some fake code. And he said, can you say it again?
6969.
And I repeated another fake code.
Oh, you said it's a different one?
Yeah. And then he said, can you say it again? And I was like, you heard me, motherfucker. And he goes, yeah, but I made you say it twice. Ha ha. I'm like, you didn't get
Oh,
me.
so that
I
was
just
his-
wasted your
that
time.
was his
man.
aha
That was-
moment.
I was like, that was your aha moment. You're supposed to be scamming people, buddy.
Yeah.
I wasted
but
your
you
time.
said the number twice, and you're like, yeah, but you've gotten $0 out of me, and we've been here for 16 minutes. So.
I'll say wrong numbers all day if it wastes your time.
Yeah,
I'm making
bro.
money
I'll
right
be
now.
Rain Man. Yeah, exactly. God damn.
God,
dude.
it just makes me think that all countries, whether we're different or not, dude, we're really all the fucking same.
Oh, dude, every human
We're
being
so
is
the
exactly
same fucking
And,
people.
and they always get the American insults in there, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I live in a country where I make money by doing a job. You live in a country where the only way you can make any money is by scamming people that have money.
They're like, whatever, honey boo boo. They'll pick the worst American culture
Yeah.
thing. I swear to God, they'll just like pick the worst. They'll be like, oh,
You
fuck you,
probably
Jersey Shore.
You listen to Ice Spice, you dumbass.
I was so glad he took over with the accent. I'm like, someone who can do the accent, please. You listen to Ice Spice is such a fucking Indian burn, dude. Like,
Dude.
you like sexy red.
Sexy red, oh, she's so sexy, mother shit. No, she's not, buddy.
Mother shit. Dude, the way they try to cuss, that kills me.
Oh, Mo Nor
Mother
actually
shit.
gave me. I actually have it in my wallet. He
He's
gave me
the
a
best.
card full of Indian words I could say to them.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the best, dude. Mo's the best. I love Mo. He's such a just funny.
He is a great podcast.
He's just the best,
The
man.
best,
Like,
best.
and also he's just such a fun, like, as far as like energy. He's just such a little ball of energy, right? Where he's like, I'm just trying to do bits, you know? And I'm
He's
like,
just
that's
such a
perfect.
comics comic. Like
Yeah.
every time he goes up, it's
He's
like,
autistic.
You don't know if the
he's
crowd-
autistic, and that's what
You never
it
know
is.
if the crowd's gonna like him, but you know every
getting
time
Mo.
he does his
You're
jokes,
getting
you're
Mo.
like, the comics are fucking like.
You know, there's no chance.
Because he's just unapologetic. He doesn't change anything.
There's-
It's-
if Mo goes
he
up,
doesn't
whether he's,
placate to the crowd.
whether he's hosting or featuring, there's zero chance you won't hear dog come.
Oh my god.
There's zero chance you won't hear him
Because
talking
German
about.
shepherds are hard to fuck.
There's zero chance you won't hear Mo talking about a dog semen at some point. Which, by the way, hilarious. Yeah, his shit cracks me up, man. It's like, you know, like we were talking about earlier, like most people who do something suck at it. So I met him at work. You know, we work at like this, you know, a real job or whatever, and you know, he was telling me he does comedy, and I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to do it, whatever. And I went and seen him. I'm like, oh, he's actually funny. You know, most of the times, like if somebody,
he's
if you meet
hilarious.
if you meet someone at work and they're like, I'm a rapper, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it probably sucks. If you meet someone who says, I've done
That's been my
comedy.
entire life experience.
Yeah.
Is me telling people I do comedy or
Right.
music, and they go, "Oh,
Sure, of course. Well, again, especially like and not to harp on it, but I do think there is something. Or were you a theater kid growing up?
No, I did like 2 musicals for church. Like I did Guys and Dolls, and I did
It sounds like a gay porn. I don't know what that is.
something else.
But
Frank
that was-
Sinatra was in it, bro. It's not
There's nothing gay about Frank, brother.
nothing gay about Frank.
So because I asked, because again, it's even like the trying thing. It's like there's this voice in my head that just criticizes me no matter what all the time, and
Everyone has that.
I know that's true. I guess because of the people I grew up with, it seems limiting.
And the
right?
thing
Even
is, the
like
people we were
trying new
talking shit
clothes.
on earlier, the delusional ones don't have that.
I know, bro. It's like I wish I had a little delusion.
So would you rather be those people, or would you rather have you
Right,
being like,
right, good, right? There's the two extremes, right?
Yeah.
The guy who like doesn't know he's not funny,
Yeah.
who needs to tell a knock joke every morning,
Yeah.
versus the guy who's like, I suck at
Because
everything.
there is, that's the thing is like, there's that common saying where it's like, if you want to torture a man, give him everything he wants. There's no worse torture than thinking you're the shit
Mm.
and not being able to realize that you're not the shit.
Unless there's no
being
realization.
stuck in something, the first thing you decide is what you're going to do, and never, no matter what, being able to realize that
Unless
it's
you
not for
stay
you.
stuck in it, right? If you realize it was shit at some point, then it's
No,
terrible.
because then it just becomes an unfruitful endeavor. There's been so many things that I've put my heart into that I just had to find out weren't my thing.
Mm.
Wrestling,
And it takes doing that.
video game
And there's something
making,
huge for that.
skateboarding.
Yeah,
And
people
when I was
never do that.
fucking, when I
People
was
never
13,
try.
I thought I was going to be a pro skateboarder.
Sure. Tony
I
Hawk's
was never
pro
going to be a
skater was-
fucking pro skateboarder.
You see
I
Tony-
was never going to be a fucking professional wrestler or a UFC
Yeah.
fighter. I was never going to be a fucking professional video
But
game
like
creator.
you have to try them things. So like some people never try.
Yeah.
So there really is something to be said about trying and failing.
Yeah.
And people always talk about, winning the success and being like, you got the participation trophy, yada, yada, yada. But like, there's something really powerful, in my opinion, of trying something and not being good, because you're not going to be good at everything, right?
Yeah.
We lie to kids. Like, you can be anything you want. It's like, no, you're illiterate. You will not be the president. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, there's certain things where it's like, everyone feels like they need to lie, You
Yeah.
can do anything you want. It's like, no, you're not going to be in the NBA. White guy.
Yeah.
Fill in the
My
rest.
parents were actually very good at that.
Okay, good.
A lot of people were like, yeah, when I started comedy, like, it was like, what are you doing? There was a lot of things I did where my parents were like, I don't think, because my parents are honest, but
Well,
they're
you
also
said you-
very supportive.
You said you came from a musical family. What did that mean?
Yeah. So my
Like-
my papu, my Greek
Papu.
grandfather
Ooh, talk
on my
that Greek
mother's
shit.
side was a musician. He was in a band.
Okay.
So me, my brother, and
Oh, your brother does music too, right? Your
yeah,
older
my
brother.
brother's a professional musician. That's his
Does he
makes
play an instrument or is
full
he?
time. He does guitar and singing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And my two cousins from my mother's sister, all very talented singers. Just it has to be genetic. There's no other way.
Yeah. I mean, because even when you said that, I'm from a musical family. I'm like, what does that even mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm not from one. So
Well, it's just like people are fucking. It was another thing. I got into like drawing cartoons for a while. I wasn't a good drawer. Some people are just naturally. You see a
animator.
3-year-old draws a realistic picture.
Sure.
You're never gonna fucking do that.
yeah,
You don't just. I mean, you could try really hard and
Right.
get kind of
There's
good
a
at
difference,
it.
yeah.
But there is such a thing, I believe, as God-given talent.
for sure.
And everyone just has to find what that is. And a lot of times it's a lot more obscure than just
Right.
I'm a really good carpenter, I'm a really good mathematician, I'm a really good musician.
yeah.
Um and I went through a lot of phases of different parts of my life where I just couldn't fucking find it. But musically, I always had that talent. I was always talented at music. I was
Yeah.
always able to
Like he said, he said before you came on that you must have an ear, right? Like for the same
Yeah.
thing as the same thing with the music and the comedy. Like
It's
there's
all-
an awareness
there's
where it's
there's
like,
a reason where a lot of actors are good singers. It's because the same part of your brain
that's
that
what you-
makes you be able to imitate a person is the same part of your brain that can manipulate your voice and imitate a good singing voice.
right.
There's a reason why a lot of musicians can get acting parts and they're like pretty good.
Right.
And a lot of actors that you don't even think would be good singers, like Will Ferrell, Bradley Cooper, all those
Yeah.
guys, they're just good. Adam Sandler, that's all
Right.
good singers.
Yeah.
It's the same part of your brain.
Yeah, and so not to get gay any gayer than I have been this episode, but like when you're talking about like the comedy, it's to me it's such a beautiful thing because it's like there's something telepathic about it
Yeah.
in a way, right? Where it's like you're saying the thing that the reason it's funny is because there's like a bit of truth to it or a bit of something that these other people have thought.
And absurdity, yeah.
Yeah, but you're speaking in this thing that you're saying it because you're like, I know other people have felt this, and it's
Yeah.
usually this thing that they don't speak.
Yeah.
So you're touching on this thing that people are feeling in their minds but aren't speaking. But when you hit it,
Exactly.
you hit it, and it's like there's something like heavy about that. It's not just like, hey, my dick's small, It's like there's some real.
Yeah.
If you think about psychologically, there's like something going on there that's impressive as fuck.
Well, that's why, I mean, because humor is something, not to say I'm some insanely intelligent person, but humor, there's a reason why less intelligent animals don't have humor
Right. Wit
in
is
their
like a smart
in their thing.
Yeah. It's not
Humor is something that requires
Mhm.
some level of intellect.
just, right? Because you're. Yeah.
Because it requires you to recognize patterns and recognize the absurdities in them
Yep.
and recognize that, like, well, this is weird that I haven't said this, but somebody
Right.
else relates to it and everyone else relates
and
to
know
it.
that this is probably recognizable to
That's
other
why
people.
you can't make a dog laugh.
Mm.
You can make a dog cry. You can make a dog happy. You can make a dog sad. You can't make a dog laugh. It's not in their realm of IQ.
Right.
Yeah. that's a good
Humor's
point.
not. They don't understand humor, and same with every other animal. That's why the only intelligent or truly super intelligent species that you can actually find humor in.
Dolphins. No, they're rapists. They
No.
don't like Dolphins do rape, though. They're horny as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah, they do. And
I
gangs.
love that that's just common
Gangs.
knowledge. The fact that I'm like, you guys know dolphins rape, and you're both like,
it's
yeah.
common knowledge.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Just saying. Thanks for coming. We
Should we do it
appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna we'll cut the cameras off and jerk off and all that. Thanks for coming. Tune in next week for another shitty podcast. Thanks for being here. Also, again, if you want to press the 99-cent membership, you'll get nothing extra. But I will end up telling that trans story. So pay the money and you'll hear the story.
All right.
Yeah. God bless Dom. We're gonna shout out all your socials, obviously. Anything specific you want to shout?
Selesky who on everything.
Solesky who on everything. That's with a Y at the end, not a I.
SOLESKY
on everything.
with an
That's
S.
smart.
On everything.
Solesky with an S on everything. That's smart. Yeah, go out and see a show with Dom. Yeah, man, we appreciate you coming.
So September 19th, Heavy Seas, is that you?
Oh yeah.
Adcock, we're
Adcock,
gonna,
yeah, I'm headlining that.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
gonna we'll be there.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, that'd be sick.
I'm here.
No,
we're here
sure.
for
I
it.
haven't
We're here
seen
for
you
it. We're
live,
gonna go.
yeah. If this doesn't work, I'll kill myself. Damn.